score, and it better be a high 2. I said it's like my GPA, but keep that in the high 2s.
Yeah.
And low 3s will be bonuses, right? If the Broncos can score 31 points, I think we'll all come in on Monday feeling
We got the blue blood over here with the 2.8 GPA.
I was B-boy. B-boy. That's what they called me.
Oh, I love that.
Got my B's.
Oh, heck yeah, dude.
Yeah.
B's are great.
Hey, C's get degrees, baby.
So do D's.
Yeah, heck yeah.
Yep, that too.
So what if I slid across the table a potential record for the Broncos in their last 6 games, and you have to make a decision? You sign and agree to it, and it's what it is, or you say, no, thank you, I'm not signing that, I'm going to roll the dice for more.
Signing the deal with the devil again with Zach Bye, huh?
5-1.
Oh, 3-3.
No.
Can you tell me who the 3 are? If they're out of conference, if it's Commanders, Packers, like those 2 losses, those are actually somewhat more acceptable. Is their seeding already set by week 18, and is that a loss? Is that like a Jarrett Stidham
I didn't
game?
put that much thought into it.
Okay. But I'm not signing 3-3.
You're not signing 3.
Just
Are
full
you signing
disclosure.
3-3?
No.
Will you sign 4-2?
No.
And the Broncos are now a 13
13-4.
13-4.
I would sign 4-2 all day.
Oh, yeah. See,
All day.
I mean, then what you said comes true. Everybody else
13-4.
thought you were crazy. And you
Will said it too.
Night they released the schedule. I picked 13-4 as well.
Oh, we'll finally get something right, maybe. This time. Yes, you know what? I'm signing that deal as long as those 3, the 3 wins. I know there's an extra one, but the 3 wins are at home. That means we would go undefeated at home going into the playoffs. Then I'll sign the 4-2 deal.
Will, you would not sign 4-2.
No, I'd take 5-1 because I think the number 1 seed is that important, and I think with the Patriots schedule, it's going to take 14-3 to get the number 1 seed. And I was just arguing with Cecil all day. It's the only league in the world where you have to win 1 fewer game if you're the number 1 seed. And the Broncos haven't lost at home since October 13, 2024.
Crazy.
13 months. I want 2 playoff games at Empower Field at Mile High to go to Santa Clara. That's why I think they can go 5-1, go 14-3, and make sure the path goes through Denver.
So you were rooting for Kansas City on Sunday.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It felt awkward, especially when it was 20-9 in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
But I was still, when Butker made those 2 field goals, I was still like, okay, I guess that is a good thing. That's what I wanted, but wasn't jumping up and down, that's for sure.
And something's changing at Mile High. The crowd is becoming the 12th man. And when you have Tony Romo and Jim Nantz, who get sent to a rabid environment every single week they get, a top game, a top 2 game, along with, splitting it with Fox. And they made 4 comments, 4, in a 4-quarter game about just the fever pitch of Mile High. And Romo saying, this is the loudest place we've been to this year. That wasn't a playoff game. That wasn't a night game. That was like a middle of the afternoon. I'm trying to imagine, because as Cecil has reminded me, I still haven't experienced Broncos country, so I'm trying to imagine.
It's this year.
I'm trying to imagine what it sounds like in a nighttime playoff game in Denver, Colorado.
Oh.
If that's what it sounds like in a regular season game. Because this fan base is a cut above. They just are. There's a handful of them like this. And coming into altitude with the weather cold and that crowd at your back, holy freaking smokes.
Are you signing your own deal, Mr. Bye? 4-2.
Absolutely.
4-2. All right.
Absolutely. Signing 4-2. All right. Great stuff. Appreciate you guys sticking around. The Broncos got an extension done over the bye week. Is there another coming? We will discuss that coming up next.
Will Sean Payton turn Bo Nix loose against the Commanders? Will the Broncos defense continue its dominant showing after the bye week? We'll react to it all in the Fan Football Postgame Show, live on game day starting at the 2-minute warning. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
What's going on, everybody? Phillip Lindsay here with the one and only Williams Jewelers. And guys, I know there's at least 50 of you listening right now who are thinking about popping that question, and you know you need a diamond. So I'm going to save you some time and money right now by telling you this. You need to go see my jeweler, Williams Jewelers, for the perfect diamond engagement ring, the ultimate holiday gift, or just because that special somebody really deserves it. This holiday, imagine the finest jewelry legends all in one store together, making you feel just like family, and their service is going to reflect that. So come shop the finest loose diamonds in Denver. They have every size, shape, and price range you can imagine, and the largest selection of engagement ring settings I've ever set eyes on. Not only are they going to share the secrets of the bits with you, but they're going to give you the best price in Colorado, guaranteed. So why wouldn't you want to create moments and memories for yourself and the ones you love by going to Williams Jewelers, the official jeweler of the Colorado Avalanche, Denver's first family of fine jewelers, located in Cherry Creek North on 3rd Avenue and also in Inglewood, at Broadway, and Bellevue. And don't forget to mention my name, Phillip Lindsay, when you step through one of those doors.
It's Toyotathon at Groove Toyota, and our used lot is stacked. Choose from hundreds of used and Toyota certified vehicles, from Colorado-ready SUVs to reliable commuters, plus over 25 vehicles under $10,000. If you want selection and value, you won't find a better lineup anywhere else. Lock in your deal now before the clock runs out. Shop today online at GrooveToyota.com or on Broadway in Inglewood. Groove Toyota. Start here. Go anywhere.
For the fitness fanatic on your Christmas list, save big this holiday season. At Fitness Gallery, we have deals everywhere, up to 50% off. Visit one of Fitness Gallery's 7 convenient locations from Colorado Springs to Fort Collins. We have you covered.
Samantha Flanagan here for Flanagan Law. Think a fender bender can't cause serious injuries? Think again. Many significant injuries don't show symptoms immediately. I've seen it. Protect your rights. Look for the Shamrock. Go with Flanagan Law. Online at flanagan.law.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Zach here. The holidays will be here before you know it, and for many families, that means excitement, but also stress. Between gifts, travel, and higher prices, it's easy to feel overwhelmed, especially if you're already relying on credit cards to cover the basics. If that debt is piling up, you're not alone. If you're a homeowner, you might have considered reaching out to my friends at American Financing, but hesitated because you don't want to give up your low mortgage rate. That's why American Financing created the Smart Equity Loan, a simple, smart way to get your finances back on track without giving up your low mortgage rate. Unlike a HELOC, which can fluctuate with the market, the Smart Equity Loan offers a fixed rate, so you'll have one predictable monthly payment. It lets you use your home's equity to pay off high-interest debt, free up cash flow, and still keep your existing mortgage intact. There are no upfront fees to find out if you qualify. Call American Financing at 303-695-7000 or visit them online at americanfinancing.net. NMLS 182334, NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
1877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Call 1-877-CARS for Kids to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877-CARS for Kids.
Donate your car today.
Hurry! It's our last chance to donate for 2025.
I'm Katie LaSalle, 9 News Weather Impact Team forecaster, an outdoor enthusiast who loves to hike in Boulder County. I love preparing you for your day ahead. Whether it's tracking the frigid storm coming in or giving you the latest snow totals for your favorite mountain, we've got you covered. Your weather impact forecast should move as fast as you do, because weather never stops, and neither do we. Make the move to 9 News Mornings. Weekday mornings, live starting at 4:30, anywhere you watch.
Get ready for every Broncos game with Super Bowl 50 champion Brandon Marshall as he joins the drive every Friday afternoon at 4:45 exclusively on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. Thanks to Corwin Toyota Boulder. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. DenverSports.com and the Denver Sports app. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan presents The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay.
Off and rolling. Here on a Tuesday, November 25th, a Tuesday that feels like a Thursday here in the Mile High City. And I should correct myself, not for everyone. If you're going to work through the holiday, man, I have been there. Keep going. Did that all through my 20s and just keep chopping that wood. Mr. Phillip Lindsay, how you doing?
What's going on, man? Yes, it's a Tuesday, and it does for us at least feel like a Thursday. We got one more day tomorrow, Zach. One more great show. But until we get there, we have to have a great show today. How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. It's a beautiful day here in Colorado, and the weather. You know, we're officially like in fall, and it's hoodie weather. It's football weather. We're coming up on Thanksgiving. Our teams in Colorado are so hot that we haven't had snowfall yet.
Oh, look at you. How long did it take for you to think that one through?
Stole it from an Instagram comment from a video I made. And I told her, I said, I'm stealing it.
Hopefully they stay hot because I'm not a big snow fan, to be honest. And I've been living here all my life. But I can go without the snow. Now, yes, I know we need the snow. It's going to help the environment. It's going to help us in the summertime so we don't have fires.
Yep.
So I know this snow is coming, but I'm enjoying not seeing the snow on the ground. If it does snow, let it kind of melt before it hits the ground, and I'll be okay with that.
Dude, we have it so good here in Colorado.
We do.
We really do, because we get the snow when it melts and it goes away. And
in one day.
It truly, like, if it sticks around for, a week, it's unusual, and that means we probably got like a foot and a half. That's just not the frame of reference that I grew up with, man. My last year in New York State, we had a 10-day stretch. Try to comprehend this.
Let me close my eyes.
We had a 10-day stretch where it did not break 0 degrees, meaning every minute of every day was below 0 degrees.
You can't step outside.
No. I mean, you're wondering whether your car is going to turn over. And if it does, and like this was back in the day, I didn't have, a car with a remote start and stuff like I do now. But like, you have to go outside and start the car.
And start trying to get the ice off.
Yes. But like when I tell you that I would be running my car 30, 40 minutes before ever getting into the car, it was literal. We just do not have the extremes of some of our climates, of course, here in the United States, but also around the world. We just don't have the extremes. The summer, it's the dry heat. I know people laugh at that, but you wouldn't be laughing if you lived through 107 with humidity.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, it's like...
That's true. I mean, I lived through that in Houston.
There you go.
And it was the first practice, actually, Zach. I mean, it was like 102 degrees. And I was running around, and I started to feel cold. And I'm like, 102 degrees, I'm starting to feel cold. I need to sit down. And we had to go through this video. Everybody that plays in warm climate for majority of the year, any Texas team, Miami team, you have to go through this video of explaining if you end up passing out, what they're going to have to do to you. And they're going to have to throw you in a cold bath, ice bath, and then they're going to have to stick a thermometer up your butt.
Yep.
And when they said that, everybody on the team was like, hey, you start to feel something, just sit down, because nobody wants to have a thermometer in their butt.
Correct.
So you know what? Long story short, I set my ass down because I didn't want to have to pass out and go through anything else.
Yes. We have it good here. We have it good in Colorado. The one thing and I've said this before, the hail. I mean,
you hate that hail, man.
I do hate the hail. It's total.
Damn you, hail!
It's total the car. It's total a roof. I mean, it's ruined screens, siding.
It ruins lives.
It does. But outside of the hail, we have it pretty good, man. So we have a lot to get to today. All right, we have a fun show planned, and I hope it unfolds in real time the way I have it in my head. The Broncos got an extension done over the bye week. All right, and we know it was Will Lutz, okay? But we also found out from Sean in a response about Will Lutz that he was not the only player on the extension docket.
First off, he's earned it. We spent time, George and I, before the break, and discussed a number of players that we were going to visit with. And
that comment right there, in the midst of answering a question about Will Lutz, he opened that door of we were going to approach a few players.
Probably shouldn't have said that, because now you have players that are thinking like, okay, I'm waiting for that call, coach.
Yeah, and I'm sure some calls were made. Deals didn't get done. I'm sure other phones didn't ring. When you heard that, who comes to mind?
The biggest player that comes to my mind would be Jaquan McMillan, because he's at the end of his contract. I know he's a restricted free agent, and whoever wants to sign him, the Denver Broncos have a chance to match it. But at some point, you have to look at what's going on and what he is doing for you in making these plays, the sacks he's making, the covering any type of receivers, running back, and tight end. He's very versatile. Do you want to get rid of a young player that you guys picked up as an undrafted free agent that you guys found, and you have a chance to reward him? That's the guy that comes to my mind as a young player that everybody last year kind of counted out. And
including the Broncos,
yeah,
maybe.
You're right, including George and Sean, and this is why they drafted Jahdae Barron, the Crystal they called him. But now you have someone like Jaquan McMillan that's doing his part, and you have to reward him or somebody else will, and he's a big part of this defense, and he's making plays for you. That's the player that comes to my mind. For you, who is that?
Well, I think I would lead with that as well. I think I would lead with J-Mac. He is just, wow. I mean, what an arc to this story. It's totally different, but it reminds me of the Broncos turning down Garrett Bowles' fifth-year option, and then the season starts, and he goes all-pro, and they circle back and pay him. It's just a very unusual sequence, as is this with Jaquan McMillan. So he would probably come to my mind first, the way that he did for you. I'm wondering, is there a conversation to be had about John Franklin Myers in a way that we did not think could be? He's certainly one. I think you want to keep a strength.
Do you think that it's possible to have that, knowing that you kind of secured the interior with Zach Allen being paid, Jonathan Cooper, Nick Bonito? You got these young players behind someone, JFM,
yeah.
and Nick Bonito and Jonathan Cooper. Do you go down that road? And he's a
very good player. He is
good.
a very good football player. You asked me, the way you asked me that question, you said, do you think it's possible?
Yeah.
It's definitely possible. Because with this ownership group, you can actually do whatever you want. You can do whatever you want. You could extend everyone if you wanted to. Now, they won't, all right? And it's probably not smart because you're still going to have a draft, and you're going to draft a whole new crop of players and stuff. But when you have the resources of this ownership group, and we talked about it last week, and I did this damn little silly reel for Instagram about this ownership group, Phil, that I almost did not send out because I didn't think people would care as much as you or I care. And this thing, my account is a little itty bitty account. This account, this.
Oh, you're going viral every single week. Itty bitty my ass. What you talking about, man?
I'm saying I have like and it's growing because I started doing these videos, but my account's around 5,000 followers.
Okay? But you just started it.
I just started it. Pretty much. Like, dude, I'm like the last idiot in sports media that hasn't leaned into social media. I've actually been incredibly bashful and shy because that account is people I grew up with, and I don't always want to be throwing my job into people's faces, okay? Yeah. Just to be real. But
it's the world we live in now.
It is, and I'm like, okay. And there was a sequence that led me to all this that I won't get into with another social media channel that I'm not allowed to use. So I'm like, okay, let me start using the ones that I am allowed to use. And
you'll get a spanking if you use it now.
I know, and I'm not. So I did this Instagram reel about the ownership group, and when you add up what this ownership group has been doing and what they're up to, and you contrast it with these other NFL franchises, I mean, it's amazing. We are cognizant of it here, and we are aware of it, but I just don't think that we can really see what's coming here over the next decade with this ownership group. I think the Denver Broncos are going to become the most desirable team in all of sports to play for.
And you don't sound crazy. I mean, when you're making the money that Greg Penner is making, and he's investing it in his players,
right,
in the stadium,
right,
in the new facility to run, into the fan base.
Correct.
Why wouldn't you want to be here?
So anyway, that damn little reel took off, and it's so me and my 5,000 followers, it's gone like over 250,000 of views. And you've had Broncos. You told me Bradley Roby. Did he comment on it?
There's a bunch of people commenting on it.
So it's really, really cool. But I brought that up to say, like, this ownership group, because they're so liquid, they can take anyone's contract that they want. And I know a lot of you guys know this, but they can take anyone's contract they want and make that salary a penny to make the salary cap work. And they can say, here's your signing bonus, which is what you players want anyway, right?
Yeah, give me the money up top.
Yeah, you want the money up front. They can do it. So if they want to, they can do it. Will they? I have no idea. But the JFM one is interesting. The JMac one is interesting. Mike Kliss came on our morning show and said they approached Luke Wattenberg.
Yeah, and honestly, like that one, and Mike Kliss is on point with that one. They did approach Oh, Luke.
So you heard that as well?
I've heard it as well.
Okay.
And they're a little further off than they want to be.
Okay.
That's what I'm hearing.
Okay.
But that's great for Sean and George when it comes to saying, hey, we want to keep a strength, our offensive line, the defensive line. That's why, hey, John Franklin Myers may be one. We know that the best part of this team, the Denver Broncos, are the offensive and defensive line.
Yeah, that's true.
And George and Sean are doing a great job of trying to keep them together. So no telling, maybe it is going to be John Franklin Myers and Luke Walkenberg.
Yeah.
And maybe it's not. But I know for a fact they're trying to get something done with that center because the center is the eyes for the quarterback. The center's the one making the calls, and then quarterback Bo Nix can override it and say, hey, no, let's go a certain way. But you want a smart center that can run and pass block for you, and you want to keep him here for a very long time to grow with Bo Nix.
All right. We will return to that conversation because I have another element that I think is at play that could reveal what the mindset is when it comes to a player like Luke Wattenberg. We'll put a pin in that for now. We have some real storylines emerging with these Denver Nuggets after taking care of business last night in Memphis, and that's where we'll head coming up next.
Denver is back from their bye week and set for a primetime showdown with Washington. Get ready for kickoff with Denver Game Day, powered by Common Spirit Health, official healthcare partner of the Denver Broncos. Live on Game Day starting at 1 p.m. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
What's going on, gentlemen? The holidays are here. Family, travel, work deadlines, life gets busy for you. But if you're dragging through the day, waking up tired, putting on weight, and that sex drive is just not there, then you need to go get it treated. And Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic is here to help because they're experts in treating low testosterone and other men's sexual health conditions. They successfully treated tens of thousands of men that are dealing with low T, and a lot of these men have seen amazing differences that those treatments can make in their life. So hey, if you're listening and you're like, hey, this is me right now, within just a few weeks after you get the treatments, your energy will return, the brain fog will go away, your sleep will improve, as with those workouts. And that sex drive, gentlemen, will be significantly enhanced as well. All I need you to do is take the Low T quiz on their website. It's a simple 10-question quiz for the yes or no answers. It takes 2 minutes to do. Then what you're going to do is schedule a consult with Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic. They're going to draw your blood and have the results within 30 minutes. There's also 5 locations out there to serve you, so there are no excuses. Go get treated. You can go to Fort Collins, North Denver, Central Denver, Castle Rock, and Colorado Springs. So give them a call today at 720-440-7900 or visit RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com. That's RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com.
After a car accident, you might wonder, do I really need a lawyer? But at Postman Law, we go beyond the courtroom. We're your single point of contact for insurance, medical bills, and doctors. Get the outcome you deserve without the headache.
Call 844-POSTMAN, attorney advertising.
You've got your whole life ahead of you, so choose a Medicare plan you can count on. And that's what you get with a Medicare Advantage plan from United Healthcare. With more than 45 years' experience serving its members, United Healthcare has plans with low monthly premiums that fit your life today and as your needs change tomorrow. The Medicare annual enrollment period ends December 7th, so go to uhc.com/Medicare today. United Healthcare Medicare plans. It's Medicare coverage Colorado can count on.
Hey guys, boy Steve here today by my long-term buddy Troy Hansford. And if you're thinking about selling your house for any reason, now might be the time to sell, still get top dollar. Believe it or not, my guy Troy is still offering his $5,000 guarantee. What is it, you ask? Well, if you can't sell your house at your price on your timeline that you agree upon beforehand, bam, going to cut you a check for $5,000. Who else makes the offer? Nobody I've ever heard of. And he makes that offer because he continues to spend a ton of money marketing his listings, has about 100 families approved and ready to buy right now. And if for any reason you need to sell right away, Troy can buy your house all cash and he can close in as little as 7 days. You have a house to sell, Troy probably has that perfect buyer for you right now, waiting for you to pick up the phone and to call him. Call Troy, get your home sold for the most money. That's 720-900-4433, 720-900-4433. Troy Hansford of RE/MAX Professionals, a Colorado licensed broker. Some restrictions do apply. You want to sell your house? Then call my buddy Troy, 720-900-4433.
Hey, bro, weirdest thing is happening at the game. Every time I crack a Bud Light, we score a touchdown. I think I'm some kind of football prophet.
Bud Light, the official beer sponsor of the NFL. Stock up today. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Hey, it's Mike Evans. Let's talk about your hair. If you're losing it and desire it back, then do what I did and go see Dr. Tanya Pauls at Advanced Hair Restoration. Their simple one-day treatment offers life-changing results that I can personally attest to. Guys, it's not magic, but close to it. They put hair where you need it the most, and bam, it grows. It's actually science. Advanced Hair has it all. Top-rated Dr. Tanya Pauls, modern technology, and best of all, you get your very own natural hair that begins regrowing the very next day. Advanced Hair even guarantees it to grow for life. So schedule your free consultation today. Call 720-459-HAIR and you'll get $250 off and 250 free hair grafts. That's 720-459-HAIR. Advanced Hair is the winner of Westward's Best of Denver, and they've changed tens of thousands of lives, including mine. Become inspired with the before and afters at advancedhair.com. That's advancedhair.com.
You could save thousands of dollars on the products your business uses the most with the Home Depot's new Pro Extra Preferred Pricing. Registering is free and easy. Just have your tax ID or business or contractor's license ready. But don't wait. The current preferred pricing benefit will end on November 15th. Visit your local Pro Desk to register now and unlock the deepest savings on the products you choose.
Hey guys, it's your boy Mark Schlereth here. You've heard me talk about craftsmanship before, and Gravina's Window Center of Littleton really gets it. Right now, they're running their biggest Black Friday event ever. 30% off Infinity by Marvin Windows, plus 24 months, no interest, and no payments. In over 52 years serving Colorado homeowners, they've never offered anything like this. It's happening now through November 30th, so don't wait. Book your appointment today, 303-794-0490, or online at windowsforyourhome.com.
Shop the 4-day Black Friday super sale at Denver Mattress. Save up to $500 on select Tempur-Pedic mattress sets and score a $300 gift. Plus 60 months no interest and free shipping. Hurry, sale ends Monday.
You're listening to The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay on Denver Sports 104.3 The
Fan. We have some real storyline emerging with these Denver Nuggets. Man,
already.
I watched that game last night just like you did.
Yeah.
And it's good that they took care of business. Okay, double-digit victory on the road. Let's not take that for granted. Even though the Grizzlies are not a very good team, do not have their quote-unquote star player, although I do not believe that John Morant is a star anymore. I do not.
Yeah, man, he's a
punk.
You talk about burning bridges, man.
Yeah, there you go.
It's bad on his part, and he's gonna find himself out of a job, and nobody at some point, nobody's gonna want to deal with that.
Nope.
It's unfortunate for him, and it's just like, why, dude? You have everything, all the athletic ability. You're making the money that you wish for. You're doing something that everybody wishes they can do. Hell, I wish I was 6'4", 6'5", and able to jump out of the gym and get paid like them. And yet you're messing it up for yourself. Crazy.
And you're coming at Klay Thompson?
I know.
You're coming at Klay, a first ballot Hall of Famer.
A pro's pro.
A core member of a dynasty. Basically Scottie Pippen to Michael Jordan. It was what Klay was to Steph. One of the greatest shooters of all time. And by the way, I heard this stat. Since Klay Thompson came back from his massive injury, was it Achilles or ACL?
It was
Achilles. It was both. It was both.
Oh, it was both.
Yeah, he tore the ACL first, I think, and then tore the Achilles. Since he has come back, guess what? Fun stat. Klay Thompson has played in more NBA basketball games than John Morant.
That's wild.
Who's going to want that $197 million deal? I mean, he has anyway, I don't want to talk about Ja anymore. The Nuggets and these storylines that are emerging. I do not think there's a bigger storyline that is emerging within this team right now than Payton Watson.
Can we call him Mr. Watson?
Mr. Watson.
The real one.
Yes. Yes. He was Blake Watson.
Yeah, it was Blake Watson.
Yes.
And we was like, Mr. Watson, but
yes.
I mean, you can't
No,
have
he's
that
the
name.
new Mr. Watson.
Yeah, he's
yes,
the new.
Yes. Mr. Watson. And of course, it's a reference to Coming to America.
Yeah.
Mr. Randy Watson.
Yeah.
Put your hands together. We got to get that on the iPad. Maybe that just that one little liner. But Payton Watson is playing great basketball. Not good, great with a capital G 27 points again? Another night where he makes 5 3-pointers? We just saw this within the last week against New Orleans last Wednesday when he went 5 for 9.
He's finding his stride. The confidence is there.
I am so impressed. And I've already been impressed with his defense, and I was hoping he could get to 10, 12 points a game. But you're seeing a young man's confidence grow. You're seeing the best version of him when he gets to play alongside the best basketball player in the world.
The Jokic bump.
And you want to know what was my most one of my bigger takeaways last night is how slow he actually started. Now, I don't have the numbers, but if you watched a game like I did, he was not hitting shots, and he just kept shooting like an actual real shooter would.
But why is that? Is that Jokic saying, hey, keep shooting, shoot or shoot? Or is that David Adelman saying, I don't care if you miss 1,000 shots. I want you to shoot because we know that, 1, you're going to be open and Jokic is going to find you, and 2, we need you if we're gonna make some runs until AG and Christian Brown can come back.
I'm not exactly sure what the source of it is. All I know is that the result is fantastic. And he's coming off a game where he had 15 points.
Yeah.
The game before that, he had 9, but he held Kevin Durant in check the way that almost, well, I'll say no one, but very few can. He's amongst the best. The game before that was the 32-point night. And it was a stinker against Chicago, but that was a stinker for almost everyone. The game before Chicago was the game where he took Ant-Man out of the game.
Yeah.
So this dude, Peyton Watson, right now is just on one, and the fact that his offense is coming along to this degree, I was bullish on Peyton Watson. I didn't see this, though.
I'll tell you this. The only thing that I can think of, and I brought it up before, I'm going to bring it up again, it's the mentality, the mindset of Peyton Watson this year. It's who he surrounded himself with. Aaron Gordon in the offseason, being here during the offseason, working with the coaching staff.
Yep, stayed in Denver.
Just focusing on basketball. He has always had the tangibles, right? Like, it's all there. He's one of the most athletic guys that I've seen in a while.
And that's why he was a first-round draft pick when he averaged 3 points a game.
And there you go. But now he's starting to put it together. He's starting to understand that he is more than just a defender. He is more than just a backup, and he wants to get paid. He just saw his boy Christian Brown get paid, and he said, why not me? Why can't I? I was a part of this. Now, I know he wasn't a huge part of the reason why the Denver Nuggets won the championship, but he was around it. He knows what it takes to win. He's been around winners, and he wants to finally be at that table to say, I'm helping contribute to winning these games. And he's getting the opportunity. Zach, everybody wishes they can have an opportunity. But once you get it, what do you do with that? Jokic is going to help you out. Jokic knows that man needs to get paid. You don't think that's in the back of Jokic's mind? When you're a good player or a good person and Jokic is like, you know what, let me help you out like I helped Christian Brown out,
Yep.
He's going to try to do that. Now, for Peyton Watson, keep taking advantage of that opportunity. Play great defense, and when you have the shot, shoot or shoot, baby.
Well, I'm so impressed. And we are watching a young man go from caterpillar to butterfly in real time. And it feels like it's being microwaved because of the injuries. So, like, and you can't emphasize this enough. Playing with and not playing with Jokic, it's the biggest deal in the world.
Yeah.
When you're in a reserve role, you don't get to play with Jokic like that. And so now he's playing 25, 26 minutes a night right now. On the season, he's averaging 26. Dude, on the season, he's shooting 50% from the field. 50% offensively for a defensive player. He's shooting 40% from 3. That's the line of demarcation of a good NBA three-point shooter, and that's what he's doing, but the strength of his game is his defense? Man, oh man, oh man, oh man.
You ain't going to like what I'm going to ask you, but I have to ask you anyway because it's Peyton Watson. Can he play himself, because he's going to have a lot of time with AG being out, into a starting role just because of what he can do and what AG is not doing? 1, staying healthy. 2, AG hasn't been the greatest when it comes to defense as of right now, and I know it's early. But Peyton Watson's just younger, that high flyer, and let's just say he starts to be consistent every single night.
Yeah. Yes and no. Could he play himself into a starting role? Yes. Would he be starting over Aaron Gordon? No. I think it might be Christian Brown.
Ooh.
If it ever came to that.
Yeah.
But also, we have to also acknowledge Christian Brown had a very slow start to the season, much like Cam Johnson.
Yes, yes.
Now, it wasn't to the elongated degree for Christian, and Cam is figuring it out. I mean, I said it to you yesterday. I love what I'm seeing from Cam Johnson. This guy, he is a textbook basketball player. He is
smart.
He is everywhere he is supposed to be when he's supposed to be there. And now he's executing offensively. From three-point range, the first 11 games, he was shooting 21%. Last 4 games, he's shooting 58%. He's confident. And now that confidence is matching up with the IQ and just his aggressiveness and him defensively. I mean,
way better than the man we had before.
Yeah, way better defender than Michael Porter Jr. So I again, don't want to get carried away. It's one game.
Yep.
It's a Monday in Memphis. But man, really like what I see from Peyton Watson. Really like what I see from Cam Johnson, and I really like what I see from Jamal Murray as well. Jamal's having the best start to his season of his career, giving himself
go get yourself an all-star, Jamal.
Great chance to be an all-star. Okay, looking forward to jumping back into that when we do, just a little bit later this afternoon. But another quarterback change in Boulder. We will talk about the season finale coming up next.
It'll be fine by dusk, but I'm telling you, baby.
There's something in the orange and blue coming to Empower Field next August. Zach Bryan is bringing his With Heaven On tour to the Mile High City, and we want you there.
Let me go.
Download the Denver Sports 1043 The Fan app and click on the contest banner to enter for your chance to win a pair of tickets to the hottest show of the summer.
We're having an all-night revival.
Denver Sports 1043 The Fan.
Is your financial advisor offering you up to a 30% upfront bonus? Or are they promising you up to 10% growth per year, all for your retirement income? If not, then you need to come to Trajan Wealth. I'm Jeff Jr., founder of Trajan Wealth. If you have a plan to retire within the next 10 years, don't wait only to find out it's too late. I've seen hardworking folks like you retire only to be required to go back to work, all because their advisor told them guarantees like these were too good to be true. They're not. That's up to $30,000 upfront or up to $10,000 per year on $100,000, all guaranteed for retirement income. Don't keep working when you're supposed to be retired, and don't let any financial advisor tell you it's too good to be true. Call Trajan today, 720-204-8100. That's 720-204-8100.
Annuities, not advisory products. DBA Trajan Wealth Insurance Solutions. Additional disclosures at trajanwealth.com.
What's going on, everybody? Phillip Lindsay here. And last year, I went a little rogue and dropped a discount code from our friends at Hermes Worldwide. And you guys used it so much, they almost got mad at me. Well, I'm feeling a little spicy again this season. So I'm bringing it back, baby. You can get 30% off your ride to the game with Hermes Worldwide for your entire season. All you have to do is mention the code PL30. Again, mention PL30 when you book your luxury transportation to Empower Field. And contact Hermes Worldwide at 303-577-7600 or visit ridehermes.com/DenverSports. Go Broncos!
Colorado's favorite appliance store is celebrating huge savings during our Black Friday sale going on now. Hi, I'm Brad Barnett, president of Mountain High Appliance. Craft your dream kitchen and save up to $4,400 on select KitchenAid appliance packages. Enjoy a special financing and our price match guarantee with exclusive offers you won't find at big box stores. Visit us today and experience the difference. When you think appliances, think Mountain High Appliance.
Mountain High Appliance, your favorite appliance store.
Thank you.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Zach By here for 5280 Exteriors. Right now, they have a generous deal on windows. Receive $1,000 off every 10 windows you purchase. On top of that, they want to be a part of your Thanksgiving celebration. They will provide you with a $100 gift card to your local grocery store to contribute to your Thanksgiving festivities. Call 5280 Exteriors today to take advantage of this special November promotion. 5280 Exteriors, the altitude of quality.
Just how good is Pure Talk's current deal for unlimited wireless? Well, you might say it's the deal of your lifetime. Because right now, for just $29.95 a month, Pure Talk is offering unlimited talk, text, and data for life. Not your phone's life, your life. This is Pure Talk's top-tier plan. It comes with a crazy fast 5G network along with a 30-gig hotspot. And at just $29.95 a month, there has never been a better opportunity to lock in a ridiculously low rate for as long as you live. And save thousands and thousands of dollars along the way. This plan is normally $65 a month, but if you switch today, you will save over 50% every single month for the rest of your life. See what I mean? It really is the deal of your lifetime. Dial pound 250, say Mike Rowe. Offer ends 12/7. Some restrictions apply. Details at puretalk.com.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Hurry! It's our last chance to donate for 2025.
Stay up to date on the Broncos with our 9 News Broncos insider Mike Kliss. Presented by Fitness Gallery. Hear the latest from every practice and every game every single week during football season. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan. It's The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
We'll get back to Broncos here right at the top of the hour. Some interesting comments from Sean Payton. And we'll get to it as we start to look ahead to Sunday night football in the nation's capital.
Man, Zach, I don't think I've ever played on a Sunday night.
No Sunday night football.
No. All the teams I was with, we weren't good enough to have the Sunday night slot. You got to be good to be on the Sunday night slot or the Cowboys. Cowboys always have a Sunday night slot.
Oh, yeah.
But if you get that Sunday night slot, it's big time. Everybody is watching you. All right, it's like a Monday night, but it's Sunday. And it's like, this is the time to do it. If you're going to make some noise, Defensive Player of the Year
Yeah, there you go.
This is the time to do it. Bo Nix, if you want to show the world that you're not what people think you are, the negative people saying, hey, you're not this guy, you're not this franchise quarterback, Sunday night, show it.
Yeah. Did make me a little sad today. I was cruising through my pending wagers because it's all my Illinois football pick is all on the line on this weekend. It comes down to the final game. That I hammered Illinois over 7.5 wins.
All because of Uncle Kirk Signetti.
They were just one of my teams that I watched last year. I'm like, that's a good football team.
Yeah.
That is a good football team.
Very bullish on them.
Very much so. Senior quarterback, good coach. I thought manageable schedule. Anyway, so I'm cruising through this stuff, and I'm looking at, like, there's my Nuggets championship ticket. There's my Avs championship ticket. There's my Benito Defensive Player of the Year. 60-1 and then 40-1. And I'm just like, oh, Myles Garrett. Like, it would probably take injury for him to win. And I would never, ever wish injury upon another player in order for me to win a bet. I would never just do that. I would just never, ever do that.
Hell, Zach, even if Myles Garrett gets hurt, what that guy's doing out there, what that man is doing out there on a losing team.
It's crazy.
And you're not playing for anything, but yet they're still double teaming you and you're still able to get the sacks.
Crazy.
Boulder.
Deion Sanders.
Let's talk.
It was just about, 72 hours ago or something. Deion was asked about Julian Lewis's red shirt.
Yeah.
After the game. And he's like, man, I don't think that that kid is wired like that. I don't think his family is like that. I think he's focused on going to the league. He's going to play for 3 years. And, turns out not. We find out today that Juju Lewis will sit out the final game of the season in order to preserve his red shirt. What do you make of it?
Best decision that Deion Sanders has made in a long time.
Oh, you think this is coming from Deion?
Oh, That's what Deion said.
No.
That's what Deion said.
This
Deion
is
said
not
this
coming
was
from
my,
Deion.
all right, so we're calling Deion a liar? Deion said he sat there and said, hey, look, I made this decision. Juju wanted to play because of what you just got done saying. I think in Juju's head, it's like no matter what I do, I'm going to the league after these next 2 years. For Deion, it's like it's all about the future for me, for this program, and what he says is best for Juju, which I think is right. Juju needs more time. Like, why go out there and burn your red shirt? Why go out there when you only played in 2 games? Or you would have played in another one, which doesn't make sense because you're playing for nothing other than some reps. But you're going to get that anyway because you're redshirting. So you got a little taste of what college football is about, what you can do. And now you get to have another full year, just your redshirt freshman year, which, by the way, doesn't happen often anymore. I think it's the best thing anybody can do.
I agree
where you
with
can
this.
just grow mentally as a young man or a young woman, have your fun. All right, I was out there partying my butt off. But then that next year, I was still a freshman. But I was a little bit heavier. I knew the playbook. I was more mature. And so it helped me out, and it's going to help Juju out. You got a taste of what college is like I just got done saying. But now you can grow from it and still have 4 years of eligibility left.
Well, you and I agree on this. I think that Julian Lewis redshirting is the best thing for Julian Lewis. And it may end up being the best thing for Colorado. Because he said after the game, I'm not going anywhere because there's been speculation that he could transfer. And that's rightful speculation, by the way, just considering the landscape of college football. But the fact he's like, dude, I'm a buff. I got a crib here. My friends are here. I'm not going anywhere. So I'll take that at face value. This is just smart. If you have a chance to preserve a year eligibility and that goes up against playing in the season final against Kansas State, trying to get from 3 wins to 4 wins, dude, this is a no-brainer.
So you think it was Juju that thought this?
I don't know why it wouldn't be Juju. Like, if I'm Juju's dad, there's no way I'm allowing 100%. My son. Like, what?
100%. But also for Juju, he is only 18 years old, just turned 18.
Right.
In the back of his head, it's all about football. He's not thinking about the future because for him, it's like, hey, no matter what, I'm out of here in 2 or 3 more years.
Yep.
But you're right. If you're his dad, that would be insane for you not to sit there and say, son, you were not playing in this last game. You did not have a full season, and I'm not going to let you waste a year of eligibility because of what you want to do for one more game that doesn't count.
Right. And there used to be a race to the pros because that's when you could get paid. You can make plenty of money now in college. So what is the rush? And I'll tell you this, and I never was able to accomplish, great athletic feats like you and a lot of guys here at the station. But once upon a time, I did play college basketball, and I was on a full scholarship. And I remember my coach, Brian Bury, sitting me down and presenting the idea of redshirting. And initially, I was like, "Oh, I'm not good enough to play right now, and this sucks." And he was like, "I want you."
You were mad.
I wasn't mad. I was just a little bit confused because it was out of left field for me. He's like, here's a list of these players. He goes, I want you to call them. He goes, ask them if they could go back and redshirt their first year. And ask them if they would want an extra year of college now that they're out in the real world. Just ask them. And I did. And it was unanimous. It's like, dude, if they're willing to keep you on scholarship and you're redshirting, and then you get all that stuff that you were talking about, just a year of taking inventory and growing. And this is really smart, especially for a player who's literally still a teenager. And a teenager is closer to a boy than a lot of the teenagers would like to admit. So, and that's just the reality. So I really like this for the program. But yet another quarterback change yet and still.
Another one.
So, K-State, 17-point favorite this weekend in the Little Apple. Okay, what were Sean Payton's biggest issues when self-scouting his own team during the bye week? That's next.
Which running back should lead the way against the Commanders? What should be the top priority for the Broncos defense? We'll break it all down in the Fan Football Pregame Show, live on game day starting at 4 p.m. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Hey guys, Mark Schlereth here from my friends at Xfinity. Imagine all that could happen in 5 years. Jobs may change, kids are going to grow, new memes will come out, but also, what if you had reliable, intelligent Wi-Fi and the price didn't change for 5 years? Well, thanks to Xfinity 5-year price guarantee, you actually don't have to worry about that part of your future. You're guaranteed 5 years of Wi-Fi that boosts speeds to your devices that need them the most, that finds and fixes any issues before you even notice them. It's like a super intelligent Wi-Fi that keeps you protected from threats online. Plus, you get incredible gaming speeds on multiple devices with no one battling for bandwidth. For the next 5 years, all your devices are going to be working in perfect harmony, and you get our best equipment with no annual contracts, no fees, no strings attached. So even though your kids will grow up and you still won't understand what 6-7 means, your internet will stay sharp, reliable, and most importantly, the price will stay put. All with the Xfinity 5-year price guarantee. Lock in your price and unlock the possibilities. Xfinity, imagine that. Restrictions apply. Select plans only.
Select Health, how can we help?
Representative.
I'm ready to answer any questions you have.
Representative.
I'm Sam.
Representative.
It sounds like you said representative. One moment. Select Health, how can we help?
Finally. Hi, I have a question on copays.
I can help with that.
Real people, real answers in real time. Select Health, insurance made simple. Learn more at selecthealth.org.
More than a few of our patients have talked to me about their first time, but it's not the first time you're probably thinking about. It's the first time that erectile dysfunction ruined the moment. This is Jeff for the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, and if you're over 50, it's likely you've had that first time yourself. But the good news is that if you're like most men, that first time can be the last time that ED impacts your sex life. At the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, we're experts in treating ED. We've treated tens of thousands of men using protocols with success rates well over 90%. And those treatments have, in most cases, made sex great again for both them and their partners. You could even find that you're performing like you haven't in years. So if ED has been affecting your intimacy, it's time to make the last time that happens the last time that happens. For just $99, you'll receive blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 720-440-7900 or go to RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com. We have 5 offices across the Front Range to serve you.
Thinking about buying a home in Colorado? You're not the only one. And now might be your best shot. We're officially in a buyer's market, guys, which means you've got the upper hand. More homes on the market, competition is down, and serious deals are out there just waiting to be found. Whether you're a first-time buyer or looking to upgrade or downsize, now's the time to get pre-approved. And American Financing can make that happen in 24 hours or less. Interest rates are competitive, and home prices have been stable. That means you can find a great deal while locking in a monthly payment that fits your budget. Plus, with home equity building over time, your investment grows, making home ownership a smart, long-term financial decision. If you continue to pay rent, you're just paying your landlord's mortgage, and you don't need 20% down. You could be in your new home with as little as 3% down. Plus, they offer down payment assistance programs to make home ownership even easier. So call American Financing at 303-695-7000 or visit them online at americanfinancing.net. NMLS 182334, NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
Red Rock Roofing. Red Rock Roofing stands for greatness, which is why their free inspection videos offer you valuable knowledge and peace of mind about your Red Rock roof. Red Rock roofers use only the finest roofing materials on the market, installing roofs that'll stand up to all Colorado weather, and they'll even upgrade you to impact-resistant shingles at no cost. Call 720-735-ROOF. Visit redrockroofing.com. Red Rock Roofing.
Standing for greatness.
Life happens, and then debt happens. Your laptop dies when you need it most. A hospital bill hurts more than an injury. Enter End Credit Union with a free debt consultation and a plan built just for you. End is here to help you break the debt cycle and get your finances on track. Debt happens. End helps. Schedule your free consultation at end.com/coaching. Standard account and credit qualifications apply.
Samantha Flanagan here for Flanagan Law. Think a fender bender can't cause serious injuries? Think again. Many significant injuries don't show symptoms immediately. I've seen it. Protect your rights. Look for the Shamrock. Go with Flanagan Law. Online at flanagan.law.
For the fitness fanatic on your Christmas list, save big this holiday season. At Fitness Gallery, we have deals everywhere, up to 50% off. Visit one of Fitness Gallery's 7 convenient locations from Colorado Springs to Fort Collins. We have you covered.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan's brought to you by Williams Jewelers, the official jeweler of the Colorado Avalanche.
KKFN and KKFN HD1 Longmont, Denver. You're listening to Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. Leading off with a big story of the day, here's The Drive with Zach By and Denver, Colorado's own Phillip Lindsay.
1 hour in the books. Quicker than a New York minute. Hanging out with you here on a Tuesday. The first hour flew by. And we have an assortment of things to discuss here. Getting back to the Broncos. Going to hear from Von Miller here in a second. Broncos going up against Von Miller on Sunday Night Football.
DJ Von the Don.
DJ Von the Don.
Now, there's only 2 players left that are playing in the league on that Super Bowl 50 team. I want to say McManus, who's actually great friends with Von Miller.
Oh, yeah.
So those 2, I think, are the only ones left.
Yep, they're the only ones left. That's it. That's it. Yeah, man. It's a long time ago.
Yeah.
It was a decade ago.
I'm wondering when they're going to decide to hang it up.
Yeah, it's got to be coming pretty soon, I'd say, especially for Von. You know, playing the position that he plays as opposed to McManus's position. We'll hear from Von in just a second because some interesting comments there. And real quick, we'll get to Broncos here in about 10 seconds. But first, there's something in the orange and blue coming to Empower Field in August. Zach Bryan is bringing his With Heaven on tour to the Mile High City. All right, Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan has your chance to win a pair of tickets to that show on August 13th. All you have to do is download the Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan app and click on the banner to enter. That's it. If you would like to purchase tickets, head to denversports.com/orange for more information. Okay, that should be a great time that evening. You guys listen to Zach Bryan, right?
Something in the orange tells me we're not done.
Yeah, he's got banger after banger. I will definitely be there. Okay. Sean Payton's biggest issues when self-scouting his own team during the bye week, man, reminded me of a conversation that we had yesterday. We'll find out why here.
The easy illustration for us coming out off the bye. It's not like we're at the halfway point, but nonetheless, here we are in a position to compete for seeding. There are 2 things that stand out. The penalties stand out. If you said what's the low-hanging fruit that you have to clean up to improve your chances of getting the best possible seed, and then secondly is harping on the plus-minus turnover, giveaway, takeaway. We ended up 1 last week, and that meant a lot. We were close to being up 2, but in important games, that one possession can be the difference. So that was 2 of the main topics this morning before we broke up.
Yesterday, I asked you, what is the biggest question that you have about the Denver Broncos coming out of the bye week and entering the final phase of the regular season? Your answer was the penalties.
Penalties.
And we put a little bit of color to it, gave you the numbers, 883 penalty yards, most in the NFL, 100 penalty yards more than the next most penalized team, most flags thrown on them in the NFL. And here, less than 24 hours later, Sean Payton talking to the media and says that's amongst one of 2 things that needs to be fixed.
I mean, and it's not rocket science, Zach. I mean, both you and I have talked about it since week 1, that the penalties have to change, that they have to clean up the penalties or it's going to come back and bite them in the butt. Now, it hasn't. They're 9-2, which is crazy to think. But you can't keep thinking that you're going to get away with this, especially once you get to the playoffs, especially when it's a one-off game you're going up against, let's just say, the Kansas City Chiefs. If you end up having a bunch of penalties against them and giving Patrick Mahomes more opportunities to stay on the football field, he will make you pay. if you're giving up penalties as a defense and you're out there, you're getting wore down, you're getting tired, you're going to give up a big-time play. So that's something that has to be corrected, and it's not necessarily with Sean Payton. It's the players looking at each other saying, let's be more disciplined. Let's play better fundamentally. Let's look at each other and do the things right. Because one thing that can hurt you, too, in the playoffs as an offense is if you can't go on different cadences. If you can't go on two, or they'll call it on blue, where they'll say, hike, and then they might say something, and then they'll say blue, which blue means now it's on. The next hike, you got to get ready to go. If they can't do these hard counts, they're going to be affected in the playoffs because every play matters. And if you can steal one with a hard count and get an extra 5 yards, that may be the difference in Will Lutz kicking a game-winning field goal or missing it.
It's got to get fixed. I can't believe, and I know I'm repeating myself from yesterday, but I can't believe the Broncos are in this position while simultaneously having the title of the most penalized team in football. It does not make sense. Doesn't make sense. The other thing that he said there is the takeaways. For as great as this defense is, they do not take the ball away as much as other historically great defenses do. And you would think that as often as they get to the quarterback and have a chance at that football, there would be more of them. And there's not. In fact, the Broncos actually, and again, another crazy stat, the Broncos are 9-2 with a negative turnover margin.
That is crazy.
It really is.
So you said a negative turnover margin.
Yeah, a negative turnover margin. So if you look on the season, the Broncos right now have how many interceptions? They have 6. Okay, that's not a lot in 11 games. All right, someone like the Bears have 16 interceptions. The Rams have 12. Houston Texans have 12. The Buccaneers have 10. The Broncos have just 6.
Well, I blame Hufanga. Hufanga could have like 3 or 4 interceptions by himself.
He really could. And when it comes to forcing fumbles, the Broncos have forced just 3. So 9 total turnovers. And then when Bo's interceptions are up a little bit and you lose a fumble here and there, you add it all up, the Broncos are -3 in turnover margin. So again, like, you're 9-2. This is so crazy. You're 9-2. You're the most penalized team in pro ball, and you have a negative turnover margin. This is why this season has been crazy.
Yeah, it's a little wacky right now.
It is.
And this is why the Denver Broncos can go and win it all. Because it is kind of off-kiltered and wacky, and it's just different. And something that you have a young team that's trying to still find themselves. And I'm not going to say a young team. You have a young quarterback in the offense that's not doing as well. They're trying to find themselves. Yep. The defense is doing a good job. I mean, it's just a weird year. But when you have weird years, like the year the Giants won it all, that was a weird year. And they found a way to sneak into the playoffs, and they won it all doing that. With the Denver Broncos, you control your own destiny. It's right there. You're almost the number 1 seed if you can just finish this off the right way. Start fast and finish strong, man.
Just so crazy, man. They've had to overcome their opponents, but they've had to overcome themselves. And all they've done is won 9 of the 11 games that they've played. It's just, it's remarkable. But yeah, if you want to go like win it all, go win a Super Bowl, you got to take the football away a little bit more. You do. So the one thing that hasn't really happened, have the Broncos lost a football in the run game all year long?
Ooh, I don't think so. I
don't think so either. I can't remember.
They've been clean at that.
One lost fumble
in that area.
Let's see here.
Because J.K. hasn't put it on the ground.
Dobbins, not a single fumble. Harvey, not a single fumble. Bo Nix has a fumble, but it wasn't lost.
Okay.
Marvin Mims has a fumble, but it wasn't lost. You had no lost fumbles in the ground game. In the receiving game, it looks like there's only been 1 lost fumble, and it was Troy Franklin.
Yeah, and the Jets game.
Yeah.
And see, that helps you out. Offensively, we know that the Denver Broncos have been bad, but they're taking care of the football when it comes to the fumbles, which is big because that ends up flipping the field, giving that team momentum, putting your defense back on the field sooner than they want to be out there, and they give up a big play because of that. So they have to continue to take care of the football, attention to detail, and now the offense has to make more plays to help the defense out. And if the offense can make a lot more plays, Zach, and force other offenses to be a little bit more aggressive, that's when the defense can start getting more takeaways, more interceptions, because now you know what the offense is going to do if you're the Denver Broncos defense. You know that if they're going to compete and you're winning, they're going to probably have to pass a little bit more than they want to, and that's when you get the interceptions.
Well, really interesting dynamic. I'm putting this together in real time. Like, a part of the reason that the Broncos have been able to overcome some of the offensive woes is because you're not overcoming turnovers. And yeah, there's been some interceptions, but like,
you're taking care of the ball.
Yeah, in general, you're punting it back to the other team. You're not putting it on the ground, and that makes the goal of trying to overcome the offensive struggles actually attainable for the defense, and not unrealistic. Here's a little bit more from Sean Payton on the running game against Kansas City.
The number of touches that we had, the number of runs we had was down. Looking back at it, Jaleel had a handful of good runs, and I think with the flow of a normal game, he's going to be important for us in this stretch. Obviously, RJ as well, and then Prentice played probably one of his better games. He didn't just play at the fullback position, but he actually went in with some of the pressure stuff that we were getting from Kansas City on third down and was outstanding.
All right, so Sean is painting a picture here.
He does a great job of that.
That's what Vance said, right? Man, this guy paints
this picture
a picture. Let's not misrepresent the running game against Kansas City. It was not good. It was 21 carries for 59 yards. That's less than 3 yards a carry. I know Jaleel ended up getting into the end zone, but they did not have no running back had a carry.
Here you go.
What do you mean, here I go? I'm reacting to the product. A running back against Kansas City.
Yep.
No running back. Not Harvey, not Jaleel, not Mims got a carry. No one had a carry longer than 7 yards. Again, if you're trying to make up the absence for J.K. Dobbins here the last 6 games of the year, that has to change starting on Sunday night.
Yeah, but so what does that look like to you? It's not good. Like, we have to remember, this is not J.K. back there that's going to give you the 5, 7, 8, the chunk plays that you're looking for. So what does it look like moving forward with these 3 running backs?
So Jaleel's the starter.
Okay. All right. I like this.
Jaleel's the new starter. Been talking about the RJ factor for probably 2 months now. It's on a down-to-down basis. He's not a starting running back in the NFL. Doesn't mean he's not a weapon, right? Doesn't mean there's not a role for him, because there is.
So you're out on RJ as a bell cow back.
I have never been on it.
Okay.
I've always been out on it, and we're going into week, I think it was 9, and I'm like, we realized that 48% of his season total is on 2 carries.
Yeah. Yes.
One against the Cowboys in the league's worst defense at the time, one against the league's worst team.
I'm not going to have any pushback on that, because you're right. Like, if RJ was going to be this bell cow back, he would have shown us by now that he can do it.
Agreed.
And now he is getting the opportunities, and I know that was his first time really being the starter, but you have to make something happen.
You have to.
You're getting these carries, and there were a couple holes that RJ did miss. I went back and watched film and said, RJ, you got to hit that hole. It's there, and it's not going to be there for long. Slow too, so you can develop, and then you got to hit that hole as fast as you can. Pick up as many yards as you can. Maybe you break a tackle, and now you have that chunk play or an explosive play that you're looking for. That wasn't RJ Harvey in the Chiefs game.
All right, so today's a Hot Take Tuesday, and we have a Hot Take segment. All right, we're going to hear from you. We're going to hear from Drew. We're going to hear from Dante. We're going to hear from our listeners. I have a hot take.
You've been waiting for this.
I have a hot take about Jaleel. Okay? And here it is. Here it is. Jaleel's going to be the new starter on Sunday Night Football. And for the last 6 games of the year, the last 6 games of the year, Jaleel is going to – now, this is a hot take.
Why are you reminding everybody?
It's a hot take.
We know it's a hot take.
Jaleel in the last 6 games of the year in his new role.
Yeah, as a starter.
Which is the definition of being microwave, because you've been inactive, and now I think he's going to start.
Yeah, he's been doing all the practice squad reps.
Yep.
And now he's the starter.
And guess what he's got that no one else has?
Speed.
He's got that, but he's got fresh legs.
Okay.
For the home stretch of the season.
6 games left.
Jaleel in the last 6 games of the year will rush at a 1,000-yard pace.
All right, please explain. Like, when you say 1,000-yard pace.
A 1,000-yard pace. So, like Marvin Mims, the last 7 games of last year, was if you took the 7 games and his averages and you prorated it over a 17-game season, right? You'd say, yeah, he'd be a 1,000-yard receiver if you just took those 7 games and extrapolated it and said, okay, this is what he's doing per game. Now let's multiply it by 17. In the last 6 games of the year, in his new role, Jaleel McLaughlin will rush at a 1,000-yard pace, meaning that in the last so what is a 1,000-yard pace? It's not a whole heck of a lot. It's with 17 games, I think
So
it's
like 50,
58.
maybe?
I think
58,
so.
maybe even less than that.
1,000 yards divided by 17 games is 58.
Okay.
58.8, so about 59 yards. So I'm saying in the last 6 games of the year, Jaleel in a new role with fresh legs will average right around 59 yards a game.
Well, and I love it. Like, all of a sudden you have a change of heart for Jaleel.
What do you mean?
I've been trying to tell you that the bet signal needs to go up for Jaleel McLaughlin.
Yes, it's
and
up.
now it's up.
It's up. It's up. It's up. It's in the sky. I see it.
It's like, come on, help us out, SOS.
I see it.
So if that's going to be the case, that means Sean's going to lean into Jaleel, which
I think he's going to.
He needs to. And Sean does like Jaleel a lot, and he's been telling Jaleel, my guessing is, to be patient.
Yep.
To be patient.
Yep.
And now this is his time. Jaleel's going to have to break some off then, because I don't see Sean giving him 17, 18 carries, because he didn't even give J.K. 17 to 18 carries.
You're on it. But the breakaway runs are there to be had, and they were there against Kansas City, even for Jaleel. And he has got to figure out the broken tackle issue. And even Romo commented on one of the runs, like, man, didn't it feel like it was going to go a lot longer than that? But if he can figure that out, which he hasn't yet, which is what makes it a hot take.
He had a broken tackle that the refs called too early.
Oh,
come on.
Okay. I mean, that was a little premature. That was a little premature.
All right. We can agree on that one then.
It was a little premature. But
you want to see him make somebody miss, break a tackle, bust for 5 or a 10, 15, 20-yard gain, be electrifying. Like, that's who he needs to be, like he was his rookie year.
Exactly. We've seen it. It's just been a long time since we've seen it. And he got a bunch of opportunities last year that, quite simply, he just didn't maximize. But he needs to figure this out. He'll have a rare opportunity to figure it out at this stage in the season. And now, if this was more rooted in substance, it wouldn't be a hot take. But because I don't have a lot to draw from, and what I do, I have to reach back multiple years to draw from, that's what makes it a hot take.
I love it. I'm scared to give you my Broncos hot take now, because I don't think necessarily it's a hot take, because it's kind of
room temperature?
Yeah, we could say room temperature, because it's actually being displayed every single week moving forward. It's going to probably continue to, from the sounds of Sean and Troy Franklin. But my hot take was, by the end of the year, Troy Franklin is going to have more yards than Cortland Sutton. Cortland has a little over 600 yards. Troy Franklin has 500. But Bo Nix continues to target Troy Franklin more. Troy Franklin has the ability to stretch the football field with his speed. He's going to have bigger gains because of the long bombs that Bo Nix is going to start to connect more often with. And we're going to find ourselves in a situation where Troy Franklin has more yards than Cortland Sutton. And we're talking about Troy Franklin being receiver 1 at the end of this year. And I don't know if people are going to be too happy. I don't know if Cortland's going to be so happy about that. But this is what it's looking like. And Sean Payton's been painting this vision for Troy Franklin and Pat Bryant, and it doesn't look like Cortland Sutton's in this vision moving forward, because these are the young players. This is the future. And it's starting to look like that, and Bo's starting to latch on and lean on these young players that he knows is going to be with him for a little while.
Well, here's Sean Payton yesterday talking about Troy Franklin taking the next step this season.
I think he's explosive out of his break. I think he's not afraid to compete at all. He's real good at the line of scrimmage with his releases. I think there's a confidence that Bo has with him. It's a little bit what we saw from Marvin. I'm happy with that room. I mean, those guys are all competing, working hard, and going against some real good defenses.
He talks about Troy's releases. That was on full display at the line of scrimmage against Kansas City. In terms of saying, hey, I really like that room. I think it's a good room. I think it's a good room.
But does good get you to the Super Bowl, Zach?
Well,
is good enough?
You know what? I think good can be good enough if you can figure out the run game. You know, the history of the Super Bowl doesn't say superstar wide receivers. It's like complementary receivers, good receivers, getting it done together. Now, you'll have a Tyreek Hill,
an exceptional receiver that just like does something that a lot of players cannot do.
Yeah.
That can help you out.
Yeah, and I don't want to minimize it because the Cowboys had Michael Irvin and the Niners had Jerry Rice, but I'm saying like historically, it's not a prerequisite to win a Super Bowl having like some star receiver because I don't think the Broncos have a star receiver, but they do have a solid room. They have a solid room. I'm not in love with your hot take. I think it lives within the realm of reality. I do because we've talked about this for a few weeks now. Troy Franklin has more targets than Cortland Sutton, and this has been the case for about the last 3 to 4 weeks. And he also has more receptions now. But Sutton just produces. He produces more with less.
No
and
doubt.
He's more
no doubt
reliable. And I just.
But tell that to Bo. Tell that to Sean.
Yeah.
Because there's times where Cortland is open, Zach, and you said it before. You go back, you watch film, he is open, and yet Bo Nix is looking at Troy Franklin. Bo Nix is looking at now maybe saying, okay, Pat Bryant, you got a little bit more speed than I anticipated. Let me get you going a little bit more. That's also Sean saying, these are my guys. These are my guys that I woke up in the morning for Troy Franklin and said, I want to move up to get Troy. These are my guys that saying, hey, I went out there and I drafted Pat Bryant when nobody thought I was going to draft him in the 3rd round. Now that they're starting to kind of develop and they're starting to kind of get the hang of what the NFL life is about, Sean Payton wants to put that on display because he wants to be the smartest guy in the room saying, this is why I drafted these two, because they can do things that maybe Court can't do anymore because he's getting older. Now, yes, Cortland just got that extension, $92 million, but you also have to look at the guaranteed money in it. How much of that is guaranteed, and that's going to tell you a lot moving forward in his future.
I don't disagree with a lot of what you just said. Let's been talking about this for 3 weeks now. Let's not forget about Cortland Sutton.
Oh, for sure. I'm with you. You don't like
if it's 3rd and 7. Who else do you want to target more than Cortland Sutton?
Well, I know you're going to say Pat Bryant.
It would be Pat Bryant after Cortland Sutton.
Yeah,
it would be.
Court's the man, Mr. Consistent.
Yes, and now he has had a couple drops here and there, but so is Troy. So is Troy Franklin. And look, drops and stuff like that is going to happen. And all things considered, Troy Franklin has had a really, really good season.
But then why are they going away from him, Zach?
Going away from Troy?
No, from Court. Why does it seem like they're going away? Like
I don't have an explanation for that.
It's insane. He's your number one receiver as of right now, and yet you're making plays for Troy Franklin and Pat Bryant to get open. And Cortland kind of seems to be that guy that you rely on 3rd downs, and that's it. Like, my man deserves to have a little bit more than just 3rd down work.
I agree.
But is it going to change? Because it worked with Troy and Pat.
Well, you want to know what's interesting? At the start of the season, we were talking about Bo being overly focused on Sutton.
Yeah.
That his turnovers in training camp and early in the season were coming from trying to really force it into Sutton. I think being more diversified in the pass game is healthy, but at the same time, I would just say, like, hey, let's just not forget how good Cortland Sutton can be when he is given those targets. Because if the targets are there, almost always the production is there.
Yeah.
And that's not always the case with someone like Troy Franklin, despite him taking a big step forward this year. Like, has it been perfect? No. But don't let perfection be the enemy of really good. It's been really good for Troy. I mean, what is he on pace for? 750 yards, something like that?
Yeah, a little over 750 yards. You got Cortland that's still on pace for over 1,000. A little bit over 1,000.
Is he still on pace for that, huh?
Yeah, he's still on pace for 1,000.
Yeah, he's about 650 yards. Okay, yeah.
So he's there. Bo Nix needs to hit him and maybe do a couple more 50-50 balls. We haven't seen Cortland go up for a 50-50 ball in a long time.
Been a while.
So that has to change. I'm with you. Cortland has to be a big part of this game plan moving forward, especially knowing that you don't have a run game that you can lean on as of right now. So what do you have to do? Get your most consistent receiver involved. Will they do it, though? You got this flashy Troy Franklin who has the speed that's stretching the field, that's getting in and out of his breaks a little bit better than Cortland does. You got Troy Franklin that when he does have the ball, he is going to break a couple tackles, something that Cortland in the past has struggled with. These are things that I think Sean's looking at when he's like, we need a play, an explosive play. Let's get Troy Franklin involved. Let's get Marvin Mims involved. And your boy Pat Bryant has kind of proven that he can be a guy that you can count on a little bit more than maybe Sean has anticipated.
All right, good conversation. If you want to react to it, RamosLaw.com text line 303-713-1043. Interesting comments from Von Miller ahead of a reunion with the Denver Broncos on Sunday Night Football. Details next.
Will Sean Payton turn Bo Nix loose against the Commanders? Will the Broncos defense continue its dominant showing after the bye week? We'll react to it all in the Fan Football Postgame Show, live on game day starting at the 2-minute warning. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
What is going on, everybody? Phillip Lindsay here with the one and only Williams Jewelers. And guys, I know there's at least 50 of you listening right now to me who are thinking about popping that question. And you know you need a diamond. So I'm going to save you time and money by telling you this. You need to go see my jeweler, Williams Jewelers, for that perfect diamond engagement ring or that ultimate holiday gift. Or hey, just because that special somebody really deserves it. This holiday, imagine the finest jewelry legends all in one store together, making you feel just like family, and their service is going to reflect that. So come shop the finest loose diamonds in Denver. They have every size, shape, and price range you can imagine, in the largest selection of engagement ring settings I've ever set eyes on. And not only are they going to share the secrets of the business with you, but they're going to give you the best price in Colorado, guaranteed. So why wouldn't you want to create moments and memories for yourself and the ones you love by going to Williams Jewelers, the official jeweler of the Colorado Avalanche, Denver's first family of fine jewelers, located in Cherry Creek North on 3rd Avenue and in Inglewood at Broadway and Bellevue. And don't forget to mention my name, Phillip Lindsay, when you step through one of those doors.
When I asked Scott Lucky if his last name had anything to do with his success in the trucking industry, he laughed and said, "Well, Mike, I guess you could say I've always been lucky." But when I asked him how he and his family grew Lucky Distribution Services into the company it is today, he didn't talk about luck at all. "We work hard," he said. "We keep a close eye on the bottom line, and we treat our people the right way." In other words, Scott Lucky makes his own luck, which is precisely why he switched to Pure Talk Business. "Last month, I paid the big guys $740 for 12 lines," he told me. "This month, I paid Pure Talk $420 for the exact same service." Thousands of businesses all over the country are saving real money by switching to America's most dependable 5G network, and luck has nothing to do with it. Just dial pound 250 and say micro. That's pound 250 micro to switch to a wireless company that works as hard as you do. Pure Talk.
Happy holidays from Done Right Home Improvements. Putting off that home makeover till after the holidays? Well, good, because book your project now for install after and save 16% or get a great financing deal. drhi.com.
Some things in life should never be trial and error, like do-it-yourself dentistry or messing with your home's electrical wiring. That's where Piper Electric comes in. They've been powering homes with expert electrical service since 1983. From simple fixes to commercial and industrial work. Need an EV charger? They'll plug you in without the sparks. Right now, get $50 off your next service. Call 303-422-9219 before you DIY yourself back into the dark ages. Piper Electric. Leave the electricity to the experts.
I'm Brad Barnett, president of Mountain High Appliance. Visit our Denver Clearance Center during our Black Friday sale going on now. Save up to 75% on name brand appliances like Whirlpool, KitchenAid, GE, and Bosch. With unbeatable prices on top quality appliances, now is the perfect time to upgrade your home. Don't miss out on these exclusive deals. Visit us today at the Denver Clearance Center. When you think appliances, think Mountain High Appliance. Open 7 days a week.
Mountain High Appliance, your favorite appliance store.
Thank you. Brandon Stokely here for Colorado's hometown HVAC team, ROX Rocks Heating and Air. Is your heating system struggling to perform and need to be traded? It has never been easier to get a quote for a new heating system. Rocks Heating and Air offers a free online heating and cooling quoting system so that you can quickly and accurately get pricing on a new system. Only at ROX Rocks Heating and Air. Now play that jingle.
HVAC service, installation, repair. ROX Rocks Heating and Air.
This is the story of the one. As a custodial supervisor at a high school, he knows that during cold and flu season, germs spread fast. It's why he partners with Grainger to stay fully stocked on the products and supplies he needs, from tissues to disinfectants to floor scrubbers. All so that he can help students, staff, and teachers stay healthy and focused. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Progressive knows there are some surprisingly expensive things in life, like frames. Because you found a classic 70s concert poster.
But when you went to get it framed, you realized the frame will cost about 4 times the amount of the poster. Which is actually absurd because no one will be looking at the frame, and if they are, then you severely overestimated how cool this poster is. But then you remember by switching your home and auto to Progressive, you could save hundreds and put it towards a classic 70s concert poster in an absurdly overpriced frame. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states.
It's time to pack the CU Event Center for Colorado basketball. There's an alley-oop to Dak. The Buffs are back, and single game and group tickets are on sale now. Come cheer on your Buffaloes as they take on Big 12 powerhouses like Arizona, Kansas, Texas Tech, and more. Groups of 10 or more can take part in exciting game day experiences. Grab your tickets today at cubuffs.com/tickets or call the CU Athletics ticket office at 303-492-8282.
Samantha Flanagan here for Flanagan Law. Think a fender bender can't cause serious injuries? Think again. Many significant injuries don't show symptoms immediately. I've seen it. Protect your rights. Look for the Shamrock. Go with Flanagan Law. Online at flanagan.law.
Hey, it's Mike Evans. Restore your bald spot, reverse your receding hairline, or add volume to thinning hair with the same simple one-day treatment I receive from Dr. Tanya Pauls of Advanced Hair. Your own natural hair begins regrowing the very next day, and your new hair is guaranteed to grow. Advanced Hair has changed tens of thousands of lives, including mine. For your free consultation, $250 off and 250 free hair grafts. Call 720-459-HAIR. Advanced Hair. .com.
Want to partake in our contests? Check out the rules at DenverSports.com. Every day at 3:30, the drive comes off the top rope to hit you with a 1, 2, 3.
Finally, The Rock has come back to Denver.
Tape your wrists, stretch your spandex, and oil your hair. Here's Zach and Phil with today's 3 count on the drive.
All right, let's come off the top rope with it. 1. All righty. So, Von Miller.
That's DJ Von the Don.
DJ Von the Don. I can only imagine what it would be like at one of Von's parties back in the day. My daughter has had feet issues since she was born, and she's doing great. But the woman who has been taking care of her for years was Von's neighbor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so she would once in a while tell me some of the things that she would see. And so I can only imagine. But Von Miller talking ahead of Sunday Night Football, a reunion. Broncos and Von Miller back on the same field. Has this happened? Do we know? Has Von and the Broncos gone head-to-head? Oh, no, yeah. In the Bills game.
The Bills last
playoff.
year.
Yeah. As a Ram, I don't think so.
No. That's when he moved on for the Broncos. George sent them to the Rams, and he ended up winning the Super Bowl with the Rams.
Yes. So Von in Washington now, telling a little story about him placing a call into Denver.
I was a free agent for a long time. I did reach out to the Denver Broncos, and I tried to be on the Denver Broncos as well, but it was just a short conversation with me and George Payton. Because at the same time, I want to be a GM, and I think that's not a secret. Whenever I look at teams, I'm looking at it from a GM perspective. And it just wasn't a fit for Von Miller to be on this team. The second string guys after Nick Benito and after Jonathan Cooper, those guys get sacks too, and I think they both had 5 sacks each. And they both play special teams, and they do all the grunt work. Me, I'm a three-point shooter. Like, I'm going to come in, I'm going to shoot a three-point. Like, when I'm in the game, like, I'm ball hogging, and I'm just trying to make a play, then they take me out. But they didn't really need that. They didn't really need that this year. They had guys that shot the three that came off the bench. So who knows what it'll look like this coming up year?
Wow, he covered a lot of ground in 50 seconds.
He did.
Von.
He's a ball hog. Coming off the bench, shooting the three.
Yes. Also saying he wants to be a GM.
Yeah. Is he Justin Sternad? Did I ever tell you the story with Justin Sternad?
No, I don't think so.
So Justin Sternad wants to be a general manager. Very smart. He came out of Wake Forest.
Yep.
And we're sitting there, and I'm hurt. And Justin said, "Hey, I'm gonna be a general manager one day." So I'm all right, Jay. Right now, we're like, it's a bad team we're on. What are you doing? I said, "Are you getting rid of me, or are you keeping me?" He said, "Phil, don't be mad. but I'm getting rid of your ass. I said, all right, are you trading me or are you cutting me? So I'm going to try to trade you because, there's some value in you right now. We're not a good team, so why am I going to keep you guys on this team when I got to get some asset back so I can start rebuilding?
Yep.
So we used to just talk about this all the time, like, all right, Justin, what are you doing in this scenario? So he wants to be a general manager when he's done playing.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Good for him.
So DJ Vaughn, the Dom, wants to do the exact same thing.
Yeah, I don't think NFL GM is in Vaughn's future. It's just a hunch for several reasons. But yeah,
those general manager parties would go crazy.
I think they would go crazy. The Halloween general manager party would just be litty. But him saying, "Hey, call the Broncos," it wasn't a very long conversation. This is something we knew about. I forget when this came up. I think he told Kay Adams this.
Yeah.
It'll be a cool NFL moment, him back on the field with the Broncos. Although it kind of already happened and it was a heightened stage in the playoffs, so maybe not as cool as cool. I think to Broncos country.
Yeah. It will be cool as long as he doesn't sack Bo Nix. As long as he doesn't do something to hurt us in the sense of winning that game. If the Commanders win that game and Von Miller has a strip sack, we're gonna be upset.
Oh yeah, yeah. I don't think that's going to happen, but it's more likely than him becoming a general manager.
Oh!
And that's where we'll leave that one.
1, 2.
All right. Per Mike Kliss, Alex Singleton told Good Morning America his pathology results came back clean from cancer. He is cleared to practice with the hope of playing on Sunday, just 23 days following surgery to remove a cancerous tumor. So really, really, really good news. And I may have just, hold on, we got to talk about this. It says he told GMA. I said Good Morning America. Is that?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. So we didn't need Mike Kliss to tell us what he told Good Morning America. It was his tweet. Okay, I got all right. So Mike Kliss relaying what he told America. Thank you, Mike. And that is what I just did. I'm just reading what's here on the paper. I'm an anchor man right now. Dante's responsible for the 3 count. Obviously,
you're just giving Mike some credit. He found that out.
This is good news for Alex Singleton. Obviously,
It's great news for him, for his health. His family is probably happy that it's kind of he's cleared to do this, and for Alex Singleton, he's gonna be happy that he's not dealing with cancer, and he gets to be back on the football field with his boys.
Yeah.
So, and he's a tackling machine. We're going to need him down the stretch and in these playoffs if we're going to win it all.
And that made that win against Kansas City all the more impressive. Without the Defensive Player of the Year, without your leading tackler, and the guy who's calling the defense. That was a big deal to overcome, and they found a way. But it'll be great to have Alex Singleton back in the fold with the Broncos.
1, 2, 3!
All right, did you see Jokic's behind the back? It's not even behind the back because he does behind the back pass 3 times a week. It was like a little twister.
It was sweet. It was
so unique. It almost like you needed to see it a couple times to understand what he actually did, which he makes a habit of making us do. But that was. I'm not going to say the best pass he's ever had because it's not. It's such a long list, but it's top. 15.
Zach, how many big men are making that pass?
None of them. And
I know you saw it, I saw it, but did you see the bench? Did you see the Grizzlies bench?
I did.
And what they did.
Yes, and they're trying to. I love seeing this throughout NBA history when these guys are saying something, they're the quick movement and the quick jerk, but you don't want to overreact to it because you look like an idiot to your own coach. But that was sweet.
Hell, the coaches were doing it too.
That was cold, man.
That was
cold,
man. If you're Payton Watson, it's man, I'm lucky. Like things are gonna go right for me. I'm gonna get the opportunities. Everybody is kind of caving in on Jokic. If I can get my shot going, if I can get in these right spots, I'm gonna have chances to have some highlight dunks too.
Yep, and that's what he's doing right now. That's what Cam Johnson's doing right now. Just staying in motion. Just move, cut to the basket. It's unbelievable. Jokic's vision, and I said this to you a year ago. I'm not kidding when I say that if he could learn how to throw a football, and maybe he does, he has quarterback vision. He's got quarterback vision. He sees things almost like if you've ever sat up at the top of the arena at a hockey game and you watch things develop, it's like, oh, like I'm seeing this happen.
Well,
like,
how would you know about that? You're always in suites.
Oh my
You're not at the
gosh.
very top, Zach. Yeah, I know what that feels like. You're right.
Humble beginnings. That's what I used to watch. But you can see things developing like in real time where someone in the 10th row, they just can't see it. And Jokic, it feels like he plays the game from the top of the arena, if that makes sense.
No, just so smart. Just so smart. He sees the game in the play before the play even starts or happens.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yep.
Man.
Super cool. Super lucky, grateful that we get to watch this guy the way that we do and the frequency that we get to do it. All right, it's a Hot Take Tuesday, all right, and I have a serving of spice when it comes to one Bronco. We'll get to that, and we'll also hear from the rest of our show and include you on the RamosLaw.com text line, 303-713-1043. Can be Nuggets, Avs, or Broncos. Your hot takes next.
Denver is back for their bye week and set for a primetime showdown with Washington. Get ready for kickoff with Denver Game Day, powered by Common Spirit Health, official healthcare partner of the Denver Broncos. Live on Game Day starting at 1 p.m. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Hey, what's up, guys? Zach here on behalf of the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic. Talking to you men out there. The holiday season is here, full of hustle, bustle, packed with activities. But when your energy is drained, you're not sleeping well, your sex drive is nowhere to be found, then maybe it's tough to feel festive. These could be signs of low testosterone, all right? If that's what's going on, this is your season to take action and get treated. Go take the low T quiz at RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com to find out for sure. All right? It takes you literally 2 minutes, guys. 10-question quiz, yes or no answers. But from there, you can schedule a consult with Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic. They'll draw your blood. They'll have the results within 30 minutes. A Colorado licensed medical provider will review those results with you, discuss your options, all right? There's no pressure. The cost of the appointment is just $99. That includes a medical consult, a T and PSA test. And if you sign up for testosterone treatment the day of your appointment, your visit is completely free. Fellas, we have one life to live. Don't spend this holiday season wondering if you're suffering from low testosterone. Go take the low T quiz at RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com.
Hellsberg gifts checked off the list. Now, time for wrapping. Earrings for mom. A gold bracelet to match the rings Danielle wears every day. And for Dad, a new watch, because we all know he needs one. All right, this is going to be a good one.
Our favorite things for your favorite people. Shop our Black Friday event for up to 65% off in-store or at hellsberg.com.
Select Help, how can we help?
Hi, my CEO needs a POV on the ROI of HDHPs. Buy EOD.
Okay, so you're a small business. Let's start there.
How'd you know that?
Let's just say it's not my first RODEO. Get it? Rodeo.
Oh, right. Letters.
Let's get started.
Real people, real answers in real time. Select Health. Insurance made simple. Learn more at selecthealth.org.
Hey guys, your boy Steve here today about my long-term buddy Troy Hansford. And if you're thinking about selling your house for any reason, now might be the time to sell, still get top dollar. Believe it or not, my guy Troy is still offering his $5,000 guarantee. What is it, you ask? Well, if he can't sell your house at your price on your timeline that you agree upon beforehand, bam, gonna cut you a check for $5,000. Who else makes the offer? Nobody I've ever heard of. And he makes that offer because he continues to spend a ton of money marketing his listings, has about 100 families approved and ready to buy right now. And if for any reason you need to sell right away, Troy can buy your house, all cash, and he can close in as little as 7 days. You have a house to sell, Troy probably has that perfect buyer for you right now, waiting for you to pick up the phone and to call him. Call Troy, get your home sold for the most money. That's 720-900-4433, 720-900-4433. Troy Hansford of RE/MAX Professionals, a Colorado licensed broker. Some restrictions do apply. Want to sell your house? Then call my buddy Troy, 720-900-4433.
Heads up, pros. Now's your chance to unlock deeper savings. The Home Depot's new Pro Extra Preferred pricing can help you save thousands on the products your business uses the most. But the current benefit ends November 15th. Don't miss out. Registration for the new program is free and easy. Just bring your tax ID or business or contractor's license to the Pro Desk. Register now to lock in the best wholesale prices before it's too late.
Brandon Stokely here from my friends at Roller Auction. Do you have items you're looking to sell? Since 1976, Roller Auction has been conducting commercial and industrial auctions for Colorado government agencies, Fortune 500 companies, small business owners, secured creditors, individuals, and more. They have a large marketplace to showcase your assets, so don't wait. Visit rollerauction.com for a free consultation and turn those items into some cold, hard cash. Again, go visit them at rollerauction.com. That's rollerauction.com.
Fall is here. The leaves are piling up. The air is getting crisp. Football's back on TV and chili's been simmering in the crock pot for hours. At Postman Law, the season may change, but one thing stays the same. We fight for hardworking folks when they've been injured. We've recovered billions for our clients, and it costs nothing to find out if you have a case. You don't pay a dime unless we win for you. If you've been hurt in an accident, call Postman Law at 844-POSTMAN today. That's 844-POSTMAN. This is attorney advertising.
The right financial strategies can make a huge difference, especially if you're nearing retirement. Adam Mueller talks retirement strategies with Mile High Money. Saturday mornings at 8 on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan is brought to you by TradeGen Wealth, your trusted local fiduciary advisors.
Joel Klatt, the nation's leading voice in college football, joins Stokely and Evans with Mark Schlereth every Wednesday morning. Presented by Groove Toyota. Here we go. Tune in at 8:10 for exclusive insight, bold analysis, and maybe just a hint of shenanigans. Denver Sports 104.3.
Because it's kind of happening right now, right underneath our nose. Leading the team in targets and receptions. Sutton's leading in yards.
Yep.
We'll see how that ages. That's not a scorching take. It's not a scorching take.
No.
My hot take for the Broncos was Jaleel McLaughlin is going to finish the season as a starter and rush at a 1,000-yard pace, meaning he's going to average somewhere around 59 yards a game. We have our fellas behind the glass here. All right. Drew, Dante, who wants to go first?
All right, I'm going to go with the Nuggets. All right, my hot take is that Jamal Murray will not be special, and the Nuggets will still go on to win an NBA championship.
Jamal will not be special, and the Nuggets will go on to win a championship.
I think there's just so much around him now. Cam Johnson's playing well. Aaron Gordon's going to come back from injury, and I think there's just so much depth that Jamal doesn't have to be the best version of himself for them to win a championship like it was in 23.
Well, here's the thing. Okay, so that's on the table. I think we actually are, though, seeing the best of Jamal Murray right now.
Well, I mean in the playoffs.
In the playoffs. Well,
I quantified it as he's going to shoot under 50% more often than he shoots over 50%.
Whoa, okay.
So you still think he can have a bad playoff series?
Well, not necessarily bad, but maybe it's 18-5-4.
And we still win.
Yes.
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I mean, AG is getting older. We don't know if he's going to stay healthy. You got Christian Brown that's coming off his injury. We don't know what he's going to look like. The last time we did win was because of Jamal and Jokic. I don't see that happening.
Yeah, I can't see it happening either. It's just the top of the Western Conference is too – well, that's what makes it a hot take, right? You overextend a take that you maybe believe 70% in and then get it up to 100. the top of the West is so daunting. Like, Jamal is going to have to continue to do what he's doing right now. Jamal is averaging career highs right now. Like, we've never seen Jamal average over 21 points a game in any season. Right now, he's averaging over 23 points a game. And that doesn't mean it's going to be perfect every single night, because I was just really frustrated the other night against who the hell did they lose to?
It was the Bulls.
The Kings.
The Kings.
When it's crunch time with a minute left and you get a stop, and then just watch the guy you were just guarding go to the rim, gather his own offensive rebound, put it back, is just so backbreaking. So there's frustrating moments with Jamal, but in general, Jamal has been really awesome so far this year.
I love what I see out of Jamal, and it started with the offseason and having a really good offseason, and he came back in shape with a different mindset. He started fast the first 2 games, and he's been doing well even now. So for Jamal, I think he's ready to get that all-star. He's ready to help Jokic out. And how do you help Jokic out? You have to be an all-star and do what you do, because if you're that all-star, that means you're putting up the points. That means you're helping Jokic win these games. Crunch time minutes, you are taking advantage of them the next time it comes around. Not against the Kings, but this next time you're going to step up and do what you need to do. So if Jamal Murray is not the best version of himself, and you said this multiple times, I do not think that the Denver Nuggets can win it all if Jamal Murray is not the best version of himself.
Yep. We'll see if that best version continues to be the case. I do believe this is the year that he makes the All-Star game. I do. Right. The Nuggets are 13 wins, 4 losses. And if you look at their schedule here moving forward, and we'll get back to Nuggets in dedicated fashion here shortly, but if you look at their schedule here moving forward, even despite the injuries, man, I see a lot of wins. I see a lot of wins on the schedule here through the remainder of 2025 going into 2026. And if the Nuggets are have an incredible record and Jamal is averaging 23, 24 points a game, and people know, the narrative is known out there that he's never made an All-Star game, so there gets to be some sentiment that this former champion is having an All-Star caliber season and he's never actually made the All-Star game. I think that it happens for him this year. Drew Spivak behind the glass. What do you have, sir?
All right, guys. So the Avalanche have 60 games remaining in the regular season. They have 16 wins. My hot take is that they will win 50 of those 60 remaining games
gosh.
to finish with 66 wins and break the Boston Bruins record from 2022-2023 for the most wins in an NHL regular season.
Yeah.
Now, unlike what the Bruins did, because the Bruins got upset in the first round of the playoffs
They did.
by the Florida Panthers.
They did.
However, that will not happen to the Avalanche. They will go on and finish 16-2 in the Stanley Cup playoffs en route to a Stanley Cup.
16-2?
16-2.
It was 16-4.
Correct.
In 2022.
Correct.
This team is loaded. They are.
What'd you say yesterday? This is a wagon. This team's a wagon.
The phrase wagon was meant and created for a team like the Colorado Avalanche. And so, man, that's hot.
Think about that.
You're literally saying there. So basically, you're saying to summarize your hot take, the Avs are going to be the greatest NHL team of all time.
Yes. Now think about that. They have 60 games left. They would need to win 50 of those to get to 66 wins.
Oh man,
it's crazy.
But they've only lost 1 game in regulation here. 22 games into the season.
Exactly.
And they're still down a couple guys.
Right.
Correct.
Oh.
And you think about Gabe was slow starting.
Yeah.
You know, like you're still waiting for LOC. Val's not around right now.
Correct.
Blackwood was dealing with stuff.
Yeah.
So it's hot. This is the purpose of the segment.
That one's spicy.
It's hot, but it's not that hot. I mean, it's pretty hot.
I mean, it's pretty hot. You're saying they're the greatest team of all time.
50 wins. I mean, that's
insane.
This is why they hot.
Yes. I mean, goodness gracious.
I got one more.
All right, what do you got?
For the Avs.
What do you got?
Scott Wedgwood.
Yep.
Our backup, supposedly our backup, now our starter, will end up winning the Vezina this year.
Wow.
He's the man.
Wow.
Got extended.
That is hot.
Stands on his head.
That is muy caliente.
Hallie got it. Hallebuck got it last year.
Yeah, he did.
So can Wedgwood do it? God. Right now, I mean, my man's going crazy. Was he 13-1 and
he's got an 8-game win streak riding right now.
Yeah, he does. He's 13-1-2.
He's 3 wins away.
.918 save percentage.
That's insane. He is 3 wins away from tying Patrick Waugh's longest win streak in Avalanche history from 1999. That's where Scott Wedgwood's at. That is spicy. It's good, though. It's good. Someone on the RamosLaw.com text line, put your name on it. Would love to give you a shout-out, 9506. Hot take is Tim Hardaway Jr., 6th man of the year. Okay, I like that. Someone else says their hot take is Deion Sanders gets fired after next season.
Damn.
I want to talk about big picture Deion tomorrow. And
put a pin in it.
We will put a pin in it. Someone else's hot take. Again, a KB says Harvey gets over 100 yards from scrimmage this week. He will have the opportunity.
I'll believe it when I see it.
That is that's hot, but that's not too hot. I mean, 100 yards from scrimmage, the way he catches the ball out of the backfield and the way that the run defense is for Washington.
But he's catching you out of the backfield, but is he doing what he needs to do with it once he catches it? That's the thing. When when you watch these games, he's not breaking the tackles. He's not making somebody miss. And that's why I don't think he's going to get to 100 scrimmage yards this week, because you have to break some tackles in order to do that. You got to gain some yards, which R.J. Harvey hasn't done a consistent job of doing that.
What's the biggest question James Palmer has about these Broncos coming out of the bye week? We'll ask him next.
It'll be fine by dusk, but I'm telling you, baby.
There's something in the orange and blue coming to Empower Field next August. Zach Bryan is bringing his With Heaven On tour to the Mile High City, and we want you there.
Let me go.
Download the Denver Sports 1043 The Fan app and click on the contest banner to enter for your chance to win a pair of tickets to the hottest show of the summer.
We're having an all-night revival.
Denver Sports 1043 The Fan.
You know that feeling when you catch a glimpse in the mirror and think, hey, I look 10 years younger. That's what happens when you stop dieting and start doing Soda weight loss.
I tried point counting, calorie counting, shots, and nothing has worked until Soda weight loss.
Soda weight loss gives you a personal nutritionist you can text anytime.
Everybody's great here. Everybody's encouraging. There were some times where I felt down and they brought me back up. If you stick with this program, you will lose weight and you will get to your goal weight.
When you sign up for Soda weight loss, your partner joins for free.
If you're ready to feel stronger, healthier, and yes, look and feel 10 years younger, this is your moment. No meds, no gimmicks, just real results with real support.
Remember, sign up now and your partner joins for free. Visit sodaweightloss.com. That's SOTA weightloss.com.
Soda is, say it with me, state of the art.
For the fitness fanatic on your Christmas list, save big this holiday season. At Fitness Gallery, we have deals everywhere, up to 50% off. Visit one of Fitness Gallery's 7 convenient locations from Colorado Springs to Fort Collins. We have you covered.
What if you could delay your next 2 mortgage payments? Imagine putting those 2 payments in your pocket ahead of the holidays. That's possible when you call American Financing. If you're feeling stretched by everyday expenses, groceries, gas, bills piling up, you're not alone. Most Americans are putting these expenses on credit cards, and credit card rates are insane, in the 20s or even 30s. American Financing can show you how to use your home's equity to pay off that debt with rates in the low 5s. Their salary-based mortgage consultants are helping homeowners just like you restructure their loans and save money every month, all without upfront fees. Their customers are saving an average of $800 a month. That's like a $10,000 raise without having to change jobs. Call now before it's too late at 303-695-7000. That's 303-695-7000, or visit them online at americanfinancing.net. NMLS 182334, NMLSconsumeraccess.org. APR for rates in the 5s start at 6.196% for well-qualified buyers. Call 303-695-7000 for details about credit costs and terms.
I'm Corey Rose, anchor at 9 News and proud mama who enjoys taking my kids mountain biking at Winter Park. I love preparing you for the day ahead with the latest headlines. Whether it's tackling safety in our kids' schools or covering breaking news, from Aurora to Lakewood and everywhere in between, we've got you covered. Because when news moves fast, you need a team that moves with you. Make the move to 9 News Mornings. Weekday mornings live starting at 4:30 anywhere you watch.
Jim, it's late in the half here at Empower Field, and things are coming down to the wire at the concession stand.
Nachos are a solid choice, but Grant needs to finish strong here.
He scans his wallet and pulls out his Broncos checking debit card for 10% off.
Wow! Wow, savvy move. And with no surprise fees, he won't regret this order.
I don't know, Jim. That's a lot of cheese. Bank like a Bronco with Broncos Checking from INT Credit Union. Insured by NCUA. Membership required.
Samantha Flanagan here for Flanagan Law. Think a fender bender can't cause serious injuries? Think again. Many significant injuries don't show symptoms immediately. I've seen it. Protect your rights. Look for the Shamrock. Go with Flanagan Law. Online at flanagan.law.
Hey guys, it's your boy Mark Schlereth here. You've heard me talk about craftsmanship before, and Gravina's Window Center of Littleton really gets it. Right now, they're running their biggest Black Friday event ever. 30% off Infinity by Marvin Windows, plus 24 months, no interest, and no payments. In over 52 years serving Colorado homeowners, they've never offered anything like this. It's happening now through November 30th, so don't wait. Book your appointment today, 303-794-0490, or online at windowsforyourhome.com.
Dead car battery? The experts at Batteries Plus can replace it in about 20 minutes. Want longer battery life? Ask about their premier installation. Batteries Plus, the experts in charge.
KKFN and KKFN HD1 Longmont, Denver. You're listening to Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. You're listening to The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Our guy, James Palmer, joining us here, 4 o'clock on a Tuesday. And we got a lot of ground to cover here. James, your biggest question about the Denver Broncos coming out of the bye week is what?
I mean, I don't want to say penalties because Sean covered that, and that's just obviously an issue that they've had. And you got to play a little bit cleaner football. To me, like, I think they could cut down turnovers. I think they've lost the turnover battle in like half their wins this year.
Yeah, they have.
That's something that's usually, not a recipe for success. And so if you want to find ways to really, when you're in these nail biter type games, these tight ones in the fourth quarter, protecting the football to me is a big part of that. I think it's honestly like Philly's a pretty boring team. We know the offense hasn't been great. They got 6 turnovers this year. As an offense, it's last in the league. You always have a chance if you eliminate turnovers and eliminate negative plays. Those are the two things that even when you're not playing well, can help you in terms of not putting your really, really talented defense in a hole. And to me, that's one thing I'd like to see over these next couple games. I would say these next 2 before you get to play Green Bay.
James, you had Will Lutz, who just got extended. And I think all of us are happy that Will Lutz got extended. But also Sean put out there that they approached a couple other players about maybe getting an extension done. Does Daquan McMillan seem like a guy that may be able to get an extension done with the Denver Broncos before the season's over?
He's like the curious case of Daquan McMillan. It really is. It just seems like he's not like – it's all of camp. It felt like, okay, is he going to play? Is he going to find his role? Does Sean really like him that much? Are they drafted another corner? And then he just makes plays. He's one of those guys that just makes plays, because I say all of that, Phil, with like, we know the type of players Sean likes. We know the model of players Sean likes in terms of size and physicality and the things that matter to him in terms of quote unquote traits. And he doesn't check a lot of those boxes, but he makes plays. And that's all he does is make plays. And I think they have the ability to lock up certain players because they don't overpay at the marquee spots. And I think that gives them a luxury that some other teams do not. You don't overpay the corner spot, in all honesty, with the new deals that have happened with the way Pat is as a player. You don't overpay at receiver, left tackle, or pass rusher, which are always ones that you overpay, and quarterback. So you have the ability to be aggressive, I think, to lock up guys sooner than later. And I think it's worked in this organization's favor. I wouldn't be surprised if that's something they lean on moving forward, because they have the ability to kind of get these deals done in their favor sooner rather than later. And that'd be one I would honestly look at. Like, I know he's just a weird player for this team, but man, does he make plays.
James, when it comes to the run game, obviously life without J.K. Dobbins, it's going to get more real here, especially as the weather gets colder. How can the Denver Broncos, who didn't make a trade at the deadline for a running back, the way that I was advocating for sure, how can they make the best of what they have with Jaleel McLaughlin, who has been inactive for most of the season, Tyler Bidet, and R.J. Harvey, who so far doesn't look like he is a down-to-down bell cow type of running back? How can they maintain the strength of their offense without the main character who was the strength?
I think, Zach, you lean into where you put your money. And where'd you put your money is the guys up front. Like, I think you have to lean into that line. I think I would lean into Bo has made an emphasis this year to be more of the athlete that we know he is. Some of these counters that you can run with the quarterback off of play action and have Bo be part of your running game is something that I think you could utilize. I think you use that offensive line to your strengths. I think you're right about R.J. Harvey. From the people I talk to, it's just like he's not seeing it the way they'd like to see it just yet. I know Phil could probably speak to that much better than I could in terms of what he sees, in terms of he had a college career where it was, I'm a hell of an athlete. If it's not there, I'm bouncing it outside and I'm going. And now you're playing in a league full of, right, Phil, a bunch of athletes. And you got to be able to see it a little quicker and see it the way it works. And so I think that's part of it. I think Jaleel McLaughlin's actually going to be a part of this. I mean, I think he's going to play a decent role in the way that they try to run the football. But I think you have to be more creative when you lose somebody that was running the football the way JK was and consistently running it. Like, I think that's the biggest thing. Like, look at Kansas City this past weekend. Kareem Hunt is not gangbusters as a running back, but man, like you can lean on him to get yards and get the, you know, not get you behind the sticks. I think you can utilize that type of play because they leaned on certain offensive linemen to open up holes for him. And I think getting him pushed down the field before contact is a big part of what they need to do in this run game.
James, the Denver Broncos are 9-2, man. AFC, the number one seed out in front of them. But when you look at the landscape of the AFC, not just the West, the AFC in general, who are the Denver Broncos' biggest threat?
I mean, in all honesty, in the division, it's themselves. And I think you know what I'm saying with that. Yeah. I think the schedule that New England has is really in their favor because of how bad they were last year. You look at what they have remaining, and then go look at what Indianapolis has remaining. Like, I think everybody has to understand, like, Indy is in a dogfight, not just for like the top of the AFC, for their division. They play Houston twice. They play Jacksonville twice. They haven't won in Jacksonville in eternity. I think they still have what? They have like, they have Niners in there, I think, as well. Like Seahawks, I think, are in there. Like the top of the AFC can shift quite a bit here. It really can. And I think Denver can put themselves in really good favor when they head into those final couple of games after these next two that you should clearly win, and you should clearly establish yourself against the Commanders and against the Raiders before you face a really good Packers team. I think really it's you're fighting for, Phil, the position of making sure people have to come to Denver. That's what I would be playing for right now if I was the Broncos. Your biggest thing is come here and play this defense. Come here and play this team in these late months. That's what you're playing for right now. And I think that's where you're at, because you're not in the same position as, say, Indy is with their division and with the way they close out the season with how tough their schedule is.
James, I know like a lot of Broncos country, I'm watching the NFL on a Broncos bye week this past weekend, and I'm watching.
No, you weren't. You were taking pictures of yourself sitting on a Bronco in an open field. That's what you were doing. Because my Twitter pops up. I'm focused on the league, all the reporters around the league I follow, and then there's Zach By sitting on a Bronco in the middle of an open field.
So
you're breaking the Bronco in.
So full disclosure, that picture was taken several weeks ago. But let me just clarify what the hell James is talking about here, hijacking the segment. I got a new car. I got a 2025 Bronco.
Big time.
And I have partnered up with Ramos Law, and Ramos Law wrapped my 2025 Bronco. And so it's unique. No one else in this market is doing that right now, and it's a great thing for me and my family for sure. And if you want to go check it out, it's on my Instagram and my Twitter. But I was watching the NFL, James, and
yeah. So they were like high school photos for a second there.
So
curious. Did your mom pay for it?
That is good. That's good. Man, I see a lot of flawed teams. And when we're so hyper close to the Broncos, you see every zit and wart like a hotel mirror, right? But when you start looking at these other teams, and I'm looking at the Patriots, well, how believable are they? Really? The Buffalo Bills, I see flaws all over that team. The Ravens, they're figuring it out, but they're so far from perfect. The Steelers, who are they actually? The Colts, who are they actually? Jacksonville, who are they? The Chargers, I don't know who these teams are. Kansas City's been the bully. I don't know if they're going to make the playoffs. Talk to me, just because I know you cover the whole league, and I just went AFC, but I want to talk NFC too, or allow you to if you want to take it that direction. Just the landscape in the National Football League right now.
I think for the first time, we have a clear best team in the NFL for the first time this season, and that's the Rams. It's not even close, I don't think. They have everything. They have a dominant defensive line. They don't need to bring pressure. They're maybe the best team in terms of how good they are in the red zone as an offense and a defense. Devontae Adams and Matthew Stafford in the red zone is a cheat code. Stafford's the MVP for the league right now. They actually have gotten better, Zach, as they've taken Puka Nacua off the field.
Crazy.
Like, how crazy is that? His snaps are down dramatically because they're playing multiple tight ends, and they're like, we're fine with that. Like, it's the best team in football. And you're right, everybody else has flaws. I really think they have the fewest out of anybody out there. And I think what we're looking at is everybody has a big glaring aspect of how they operate. I think when you look at Seattle and you look at Indy, I look at both of them going, all right, we just saw a big moment when Seattle played the Rams and Indy played the Chiefs, and both these quarterbacks, former first-round picks in new locations, didn't play up to the way we wanted them to play. Right. There were some people in that Chiefs building after that game that I talked to that were like, I don't know if Daniel Jones is the guy. They put that entire game in their game plan was to put it on Daniel Jones and shut down Jonathan Taylor and to just see if he could be the guy. And they came out of that going, I don't know if he's the guy. And this is the year that we're finally seeing these marquee quarterbacks. And you mentioned, like, the Bills have problems. That offense is broken right now. Like, there's people calling for Brian Daboll to come into that building. Sean McDermott hasn't said it yet, but he hasn't ruled it out, to my understanding. And then you look at the Ravens, and Lamar Jackson's just not healthy. He just is not the player we used to. Go watch the film. I was talking to a defense cornerback about this the other day, and he was like, watch the film. They're not even worried about him running. Like, defenses are not even concerned with Lamar Jackson running right now because he's not healthy, and that offense is having problems. So usually it's Mahomes and it's Burrow and it's Allen and it's Jackson that you have to worry about. Now it's which defensive lines are carrying the elite in the NFL, and the Denver Broncos have one of them. Because look at the best teams in football right now. They're playing the most consistent football. It's the Rams. I mentioned their defensive line. It's the Broncos. Look at their defensive line. The Texans of late, that defensive line is carrying them into the mix now. Philly's defensive line, I know they gave up a huge lead, and that's the offensive side of the ball, but they're still one of the best teams of football. They have a dominant defensive line. And you're seeing these groups, and guess who doesn't have one anymore? The Chiefs. Right. Chiefs do not have a dominant defensive front right now. So to me, that's what has shifted a little bit, because we're not seeing that elite quarterback play that carries teams above the X's and O's when things don't work. Now you're seeing some of these teams built differently. And I want to see if Denver can run with some of the teams that I mentioned because of J.K. Dobbins being out.
All right. That's a great place to leave it. Love having you on, man. Great stuff. And enjoy this Thanksgiving. Hopefully you get a break here. Thankful for our partnership with you. We love doing this on Tuesday. Man. So great stuff.
I love it, man. I love being on with you guys. I am getting a minute. I'm not I'm not taking photos about it, but I am up in the mountains enjoying the fresh air, Zach. So it's been wonderful. Thank you, buddy.
I love it. All right. Cheers, man. Cheers. There goes James Palmer, our guy.
Take it easy, boys.
You know what? In terms of the contract extension conversation, I want to have that because Sean propped the door open for another deal to get done. Who could be next after Will Lutz? We'll discuss it next.
Which running back should lead the way against the Commanders? What should be the top priority for the Broncos defense? We'll break it all down in the Fan Football pregame show, live on game day starting at 4 p.m. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Hey guys, it's Mark Schlereth. I just made one of the best decisions of my life. I got rid of my glasses. I went to Cutarelli Vision and had refractive lens exchange, RLE. I wore glasses for distance vision, but I got to that inevitable point in life where I was always needing those reading glasses just to do about anything, and half the time I couldn't find them. Seeing menus, texting, reading my computer, or studying film, it was a struggle. But now I see the world perfectly, near and far, without any glasses, thanks to Cutarelli Vision RLE, the perfect permanent solution to spending your good active years not needing reading glasses. And here's the cherry on top. You'll never develop a cataract. Dr. Cutarelli is Colorado's most experienced with over 90,000 vision correction procedures. You can trust him to know if it's the right time for you and RLE. Schedule your free Zoom consultation at coloradorle.com. Cutarelli Vision, RLE, no readers, glasses, or contacts, or cataracts. coloradorle.com.
Mike Rowe here with a fun fact. Did you know that 50% of the air that you breathe inside your home comes from your crawl space? Yeah. Whether your crawl space is wet, musty, or your floors are bouncy, do yourself a favor. Call Groundworks. I spent some time working with these guys, and they're the real deal. Their people are trained and certified to repair your crawl space. Schedule a free inspection with Groundworks, the foundation and waterproofing experts.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
Stuck in a job that just isn't getting it done? Maybe it's time to go for IT. Whether you're just starting out, switching careers, or a military veteran ready for change, My Computer Career can help you launch a rewarding career in IT in months. No prior experience needed. Why spend years getting a traditional degree when your future in IT can start right now? Take the free career evaluation at mycomputercareer.edu today. Your most powerful upgrade? Your career. Go for it. Go for IT. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
If a Lenovo computer for your business is on your holiday list, don't shop around. Just go directly to the source, Lenovo.com. You'll find exclusive deals on the PCs you want for your business, like the ThinkPad X9 14 Aura Edition and Yoga 7i 2-in-1. So avoid all that shopping chaos and price comparing, and just go directly to the source, Lenovo.com, where PCs are up to 50% off. That's Lenovo.com.
Lenovo. This holiday, imagine the finest jewelry legends all in a store where they treat you like family.
Decory, Hearts on Fire, Gabriel & Company, Lika Bahar, and dozens more, all in one store.
Imagine a diamond bar with almost every size, shape, and price range GIA diamond.
And all the top bridal designers, including A. Jaffe, Parade, and Decory.
Add to that Tag Heuer watches and our curated pre-owned Rolex timepieces. And we've got something for everyone you love. I'm Michelle.
And I'm Michelle's dad, Bruce Williams, inviting you to Williams Jewelers. We've built Denver's most trusted family-owned jeweler with one vision.
To be your family's jeweler for life.
For that perfect diamond engagement ring.
The ultimate holiday gift.
Or just because you deserve it. Williams Jewelers in beautiful Cherry Creek North.
Now, imagine their face Christmas morning.
This holiday, come to Williams Jewelers.
Where Colorado shines.
Williams Jewelers, we can make diamonds a part of your life.
The official jeweler of the Colorado Avalanche.
You've got your whole life ahead of you, so choose a Medicare plan you can count on. And that's what you get with a Medicare Advantage plan from United Healthcare. With more than 45 years experience serving its members, United Healthcare has plans with low monthly premiums that fit your life today and as your needs change tomorrow. The Medicare annual enrollment period ends December 7th, so go to uhc.com/Medicare today. United Healthcare Medicare plans. It's Medicare coverage Colorado can count on.
At Postman Law, we're not your typical personal injury firm. Our lawyers have argued and won at the United States Supreme Court. We've gone head-to-head with giant corporations like Uber and Amazon, and we've helped clients recover billions in verdicts and settlements. We bring that same firepower to every case, no matter the size. When you've been injured, having the right lawyer matters. Call 844-POSTMAN or visit postmanlaw.com. Others promise, Postman delivers.
Call 844-POSTMAN. Attorney advertising.
Do you owe more on your car than it's worth? Don't miss the Payoff Reduction event at O'Meara Ford. Here's how it works. If your payoff's $17,000 at O'Meara Ford, it becomes $6,000. If your payoff's $14,000 at O'Meara, it becomes $3,000. If your payoff's $11,000 at O'Meara, it becomes $0. Or save thousands with 0% financing 72 months. Let O'Meara Ford reduce your payoff up to $11,000. Stock SUA 05503. Must qualify for all rebates.
If you're one of the millions of Americans behind on your taxes, if you're afraid to open your mail because IRS collection letters could be coming, listen carefully. The IRS is cracking down, taking paychecks, freezing bank accounts, revoking passports. That's a fact. But here's what most people don't know. There are official tax relief programs designed to help struggling taxpayers. Programs that could save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief. Optima's award-winning team will fight to protect your paycheck, your passport, and your property. Their tax attorneys and licensed tax professionals will work tirelessly to get you the best deal possible with the IRS. Every day, penalties and interest keep piling up, so don't wait. Call Optima now for a free consultation.
Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Stay up to date on the Broncos and the latest news from around the league with our NFL insider James Palmer. Exclusively on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. Mondays on The Rundown with Richie Carney. Tuesday afternoons on The Drive. And Friday mornings on Stokely and Evans with Mark Schlereth. All season long. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. DenverSports.com and the Denver Sports app. It's The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
So I didn't think that we'd be talking Broncos extensions on a day like today. But Sean, in his media availability yesterday, he was asked about Will Lutz and getting that deal done and said the following.
First off, he's earned it. We spent time, George and I, before the break and discussed the number of players that we were going to visit with. And
it was that little comment right there in the midst of the Will Lutz conversation saying, hey, there was a number of players that me and George wanted to meet with.
Yeah.
What are some of these guys that you think still have a chance to get extended, even though it's past the traditional window of actually making this happen?
Yeah, so when I'm thinking of it, Sean says number of guys. So Lutz gets it done, so we know he was one of them. So maybe there's two more that in my head that stick out, and it's Jaquan McMillan, and we talked about it with James Palmer not too long ago, and it's a guy that I don't think anybody expected to do what he's doing right now. And I know the coaching staff definitely didn't expect that, or they wouldn't went out there and drafted Jahdae Barron in the first round and called him the Crystal. And, Sean said he's not passing on a crystal for a blender. Well, now you have someone like Jaquan McMillan who has done a great job in his position, who has fought off Jahdae Barron, and he's going to get paid no matter if it's here or somewhere else. He's making that type of impact for this team. So if I'm Sean and George, I would reward Jaquan McMillan because of what he has done for me. And he's undrafted. So you found him. He was a diamond in the rough. He chose you, but you went out there and you said, hey, you pitched him a vision, whoever that was, my guess it was George, pitched him a vision to be on this team. And now look what he's doing for you. So reward that man. So he's the first guy that comes to my mind when you talk about extensions.
Yeah, I like that one. He's at the top of the list, no doubt. There's no doubt. John Franklin Myers is another, that I just assumed that ship had sailed. Maybe not. The interesting one, and probably one that's been a little bit below the radar, even going back to the summer when we'd have these conversations, is starting center Luke Wattenberg. And I know Mike Kliss has put it out there that, hey, the Broncos and Wattenberg may have had some communication. You say you have heard the same thing, right?
Yeah, I've heard that they want Wattenberg back. Luke has done a great job of kind of being Bo Nix's eyes. And I think people have to understand when you're a center, you have to be smart because you're the one pointing out the direction where the offensive line is going. You're the one that's pointing out, they call him the Mike linebacker, the middle linebacker, and you're telling the line and the running back the type of protection you're looking for. Now, Bo Nix, the quarterback, has a right to override it if he doesn't think that's the right time to do that protection. But your center and your quarterback have to be on the same page. So it would be smart because Luke Wattenberg is doing a great job this year. He hasn't given up a sack yet. Now, he has had some penalty issues. Now he has to fix that.
Yes, that's right. That's right.
But overall, he's been doing a phenomenal job. He's young. He can grow with Bo. And that's what you want to do. If you're Sean and George, you want to keep this offensive line together as long as possible. And George and Sean have done a great job of establishing connections with the offensive defensive line and building from the inside out. So yeah.
I just wonder the price point that Wattenberg's camp is looking for. And because there is so much money on that offensive line.
Yeah.
I mean, all the 4 other guys have gotten like legitimate deals. And do you want to go 5 for 5? And the reason I ask that question is because, like, the Denver Broncos drafted Lloyd Cushenberry out of LSU.
Yeah.
And I forget what draft pick he was. I want to say like a 3rd or 4th round pick, something like that. And they developed him, and he was pretty solid. And he was going to get paid, whether it was the Broncos or elsewhere. And the Broncos said, no, thank you. And he went and signed with, I think, Tennessee. So if they had been willing to look at pretty good center play and said, no, thank you, we're not paying you top of the market center value, we're going to allocate our resources to left guard, right tackle, left tackle, that mindset may be the same. I had just have no idea.
You know what, Zach? I believe you're spot on. And I think it's coming down to what his party is looking for in pitching that right now he's playing like a top 5 center in this league. Now, he's not a top 5 center in this league, but he's playing like that. So what does that type of money look like or close to it? But also for George and Sean, what are they willing to do? What are they willing to fork up? And from what I've heard, they're still far apart. That's what I'm hearing is they're still far apart. Something seems like it can be done, but it's all about the money. It's all about the Benjamins, baby.
All right, we will see if any of these conversations actually materialize in the form of an extension. Shifting gears here a little bit. Another quarterback change up in Boulder to finish the season. I want to talk about the final act of the 2025 season for the Colorado Buffaloes coming up next.
Will Sean Payton turn Bo Nix loose against the Commanders? Will the Broncos defense continue its dominant showing after the bye week? We'll react to it all in the Fan Football Postgame Show, live on game day starting at the 2-minute warning. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Cunahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions and bring you a special Black Friday offer.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
That's leaffilter.com/deal. And now, as a special Black Friday offer, you can get a free gutter inspection, plus up to 35% off. This is our best offer of the season. Unlock it now at leaffilter.com/deal. See representative for warranty details.
More than a few of our patients have talked to me about their first time, but it's not the first time you're probably thinking about. It's the first time that erectile dysfunction ruined the moment. This is Jeff for the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic. And if you're over 50, it's likely you've had that first time yourself. But the good news is that if you're like most men, that first time can be the last time that ED impacts your sex life. At the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, we're experts in treating ED. We've treated tens of thousands of men using protocols with success rates well over 90%. And those treatments have, in most cases, made sex great again for both them and their partners. You could even find that you're performing like you haven't in years. So if ED has been affecting your intimacy, it's time to make the last time that happens the last time that happens. For just $99, you'll receive blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 720-440-7900 or go to RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com. We have 5 offices across the Front Range to serve you.
Broncos country, football season is in full swing. Whether you're bundling up at Empower Field or heading to Boulder to cheer on Coach Prime and the Buffs, make sure you get there on time and in style. Let my friends at Hermes Worldwide tackle the traffic and parking hassles for you, and all you need to do is sit back, relax, stay warm, and enjoy the ride while they get you to and from the game safely, so you can focus on the important stuff, like watching your favorite team stack those wins or making as many memories as possible with your loved one and friends. All you need to do is call Hermes Worldwide today at 303-577-7600 or visit ridehermes.com/DenverSports to book your next ride today.
Hi, I'm Emily, your friend and jeweler at Shane Company, where a small box with a burgundy bow will help you win the holidays. As an in-house designer, I love creating meaningful, fine jewelry gifts. Choose a necklace with a gorgeous infinity charm to symbolize your everlasting love. Or go for a personalized piece with an engraving, their zodiac sign, favorite color gemstone, or their initial accented with pave diamonds, because a friend wants you to be a holiday hero. Stop by or shop now at shaneco.com. Shane Company, your friend and jeweler.
Your air duct cleaning experts, Ductworks.
Hey guys, feeling cooped up this winter? Mark Schlereth here. You know these Colorado nights can get freezing cold with your furnace running non-stop just to keep things cozy. But here's the thing. While your heating system is working overtime, it's also blowing dust, dirt, and debris through your air ducts and straight into the air you breathe. That's where Ductworks comes in. Your trusted air duct cleaning experts. Using a powerful combination of scraping and vacuuming technology, the Ductworks team clears out years of buildup, grime, and other gunk hiding in your ductwork. The results? Cleaner, fresher air, better energy efficiency, and a healthier home or office for you and your family. Don't wait until spring. Breathe easier now with top-rated service from Ductworks. Call them at 303-425-0985 or visit them online today at ductworks.com for a free residential or commercial estimate.
303-425-0985.
Select Health, how can we help?
Representative.
I'm ready to answer any questions you have.
Representative.
I'm Sam.
Representative.
It sounds like you said representative. One moment. Select Health, how can we help?
Finally. Hi, I have a question on copays.
I can help with that.
Real people, real answers in real time. Select Health, insurance made simple. Learn more at selecthealth.org.
Planning out your holiday pictures? Let's move you to the front because it's Soda Weight Loss. You could drop the belly fat and gain your confidence back, just like Ramon.
I used to dread those pictures. I'd position myself behind someone taller or make sure I was holding a plate so nobody focused on my belly. But that was before Soda. Soda gave me more than a smaller waistline. It gave me back the confidence to wear what I want. And they make it simple. No injections, no hunger, just a plan that works.
Soda Weight Loss is built for busy people like you.
I lost 82 pounds in just 16 weeks. No hunger, no drugs, just steady, real-life progress with the nutritionist who helps you every step of the way.
That's why Soda has nearly 9,000 Google reviews. And right now, the most popular offer of the season is back. Join today, and your partner joins free. Visit sodaweightloss.com. That's SOTA weightloss.com.
Soda is, say it with me, state of the art.
At 303 Law 4040, we know getting into an accident stinks, and so does getting worked over by the insurance company or even your slick-talking made-for-TV lawyer. So if we can help, just give us a call. 303 Law 4040. Save that number in your phone. You never know when you're going to need it. That's 303 Law 4040.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Zach here for 5280 Exteriors. Receive $1,000 off every 10 windows you purchase and receive a $100 grocery gift card to contribute to your Thanksgiving festivities. 5280 Exteriors, the altitude of quality.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan is brought to you by ROX, Rocks Heating and Air.
Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan presents The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay.
All right, we got some news coming out of Boulder today. And it's another quarterback change.
Another one.
finishing the season with the theme of the season, which has just been these different quarterbacks in and out of the lineup. I mean, this season for the Buffs, I mean, obviously one to forget, but yet you won't forget it because it's been really kind of chaotic and unique and just a lot.
It's just been it's a rough one. It's a rough one for the Buffs. I'm sitting here before the season starts telling Zach Bye, hey, 9 wins. 9 wins, baby. Coach Prime just said they're better than they were last year, and they won 9 games. They had a Heisman winner and a quarterback in Shedeur Sanders, who was a damn good quarterback in college. This year comes around, and we only have 3 wins. Crazy.
Yeah, and it's gone from Caden Salter to... Gosh, you remember the Delaware game? I mean, it happened Yeah, Ryan Staub had his chance, and he came into. Well, did he come into the Delaware game?
Yeah, he did.
And he threw the 2 touchdowns, and maybe Ryan Staub's the guy, and they put Juju out there during that game as well.
Yeah, Juju threw, I want to say maybe 2, maybe 3 balls, and then he was done.
Yes. And then they went back to Salter. And then it was emphatically Juju's going to play next week. And then, it's been nuts. It's been absolutely nuts. But the announcement came out today that Juju Lewis will not play in the final game in order to preserve his red shirt. All right? And I want to say the young man has appeared in, I think it's 4 games this year.
Has it been? It's been Delaware. Then he had West Virginia. He just had Arizona State. So I think it's 3.
I think you're missing one. Let me find out for sure. Delaware, Arizona, West Virginia, and Arizona State.
Okay, Arizona. I forgot about that one. That one's blurry, too. We got our asses handed to us.
Yeah, 52-17.
Oh, thank you for reminding me.
Therapy might have worked on that one, getting that out of your head.
It did for a second until you brought it back up.
Juju, no interceptions. He attempted 94 passes, 4 touchdowns, no picks.
You know, I'm impressed with the young man so far. He's young. He hasn't had a lot of reps under center in real life action, and yet he's been able to make smart plays. And one of the smartest things you can do is get some of your better receivers involved, right? Amarion Miller being one of them, getting him involved, and just the way he throws the ball. He's a passer. He's a pure passing quarterback.
He is.
And so he has a bright future for the Buffs. And the Buffs have a couple of talented receivers that are coming back, hopefully.
Yeah.
And then you build off of that. So I'm excited that Juju, because you think it was Juju himself that decided to say, hey, look, I'm not going out there and playing.
I would like to think so. I mean, I would like to think so. And because if I was Juju's dad, I'd be like, son, we have to, think about this. The upside of playing, say the upside is reached, and you play well, and the Buffs go from 3 wins to 4 wins. But the downside is missing an extra year of eligibility.
It's not worth it.
It's not worth it at all.
This was not Juju's team this year, obviously. That's why he didn't start the year off. Now, I will say this. Coach Prime did come out and say that that Prime had the deciding factor on making sure that he did not play. Now, they got together. They talked about it. It wasn't going to be the right decision to play him anyway.
Correct.
But I think for Juju, he's looking at it as, these are my boys. I'm young. I want to go out there. I want to get the reps. I want to do what's best for them. And what's best for them is having me out there. But for a coach and Juju's dad, it's like, look, dude, you want to have a full year of eligibility. You want to have another year where you can get stronger, smarter, where you can just develop the right way. And that's not playing this last game that doesn't matter. You're not going to a bowl game.
No, they're not. And in the past, I think there might have been some race to the NFL, because that's when you could start earning.
Yeah.
But in this era of college football, staying an extra year in college, and maybe by that point the Buffs are relevant and winning some games by the time it's his junior or senior year, and he's making couple $1 million, through NIL. That's the landscape. So preserving this year of eligibility for me, an absolute no-brainer at the very tail end of a lost season. Doesn't make any sense to play. Truly doesn't make any sense to play. They have Kansas State on Saturday in the Little Apple. By the way, Manhattan, Kansas. Did you guys see Kansas State this past weekend?
Mm-mm.
Holy smokes. Dante, did you see Kansas State this past weekend?
I did. They were playing Utah, right?
They were in an absolute knockdown, drag-out fistfight with the Utes. And I thought they were going to win that game. And Kyle Whittingham ultimately finds a way, him and his group find a way to win in what may be the last game that Kyle Whittingham ever coaches at Rice Eccles. I like, he may be walking away after this year. Dude, final score, Utah and Kansas State, 51-47.
Kansas State.
98 points.
See, they were up real quick. They were up by 12 with 7 minutes left.
Yes, they were.
It.
Yes, they were.
Crazy.
Oh, man.
And I'm shocked with Kansas State this year because I thought Kansas State had a chance to win the Big 12.
Correct.
And, I mean, the first game wasn't good for them, and it kind of, like, trickled down, and they started to kind of get their act together and start winning a couple games. But overall, it's been a dud of a year for K-State.
It has been. And you remember that first game, it was overseas. It was in Ireland against Iowa State. It was a top 25 matchup with real, like, Big 12 implications. It was a 24-21 loss for K-State that ended with Avery Johnson's brother fighting Avery Johnson's dad in a puddle. Just one of the crazier starts to a season you'll ever see. But when it comes to games like this, when it's a K-State team that underperformed, a CU team who really underperformed, and it's the last game of the year, and there's not much on the line, it's like, who wants to be there more? Who wants to be there more? And
Who do you think, Zach?
K-State.
Yeah.
You know what K-State's record is? 5-6.
Ooh, so they got one more game.
And what do they get if they win one more game?
They get to go bowling.
They get to keep their season alive. And so this number is, I say this number, the spread on the game is 17 points. Last time I did. Can you double check that? Because I'm going to be honest with you. I'm all over K-State. And I bought a half point. I'm laying 16.5. I do not believe that this group is going to stick together down the stretch.
You're talking about the Buffs.
Talking about the Buffs. They haven't stuck together.
Yeah.
And I think this has potential if this is a highly motivated K-State group to keep their season alive and go bowling against Caden Salter.
No, you're right. I think for K-State, like, they're going to be a little bit more hungrier because they do have a chance to go bowling. And for those seniors over there at K-State, they want to be able to go out with a bang. And for the seniors here in Colorado, they want to go out with a bang, but are they going to stick together like you said?
Yeah.
Is Prime going to make sure that they stay together with his motivational speech before the game?
Maybe that'll get it done.
Something has to happen.
Yeah.
You know, I just feel like everybody is cashed out over there with the Buffs. And it's just like, hey, we know we're not good. We know that this is over. And so let's just get ready for next year for these young kids like Juju and all them.
Yep. It probably is Salter's final game of playing football.
Yeah. It probably is.
You know?
Pretty sure.
So, all right. We'll see what it looks like at 10 a.m. on FS1 Saturday morning. Dante, real quick.
Do you think Dion flies directly from Manhattan to Cleveland, or does he go on the team plane back to Boulder?
He goes on the team plane back to Boulder and then gets to Cleveland. Yeah. Will Warren Sapp kick down the pylons one last time?
Oh, for sure. He's booting the hell out that pylon for a field goal.
All right. We've got some real storylines emerging within the Denver Nuggets after taking care of business last night in Memphis. We'll talk about what those storylines are. Also, what were Sean Payton's biggest issues when self-scouting his own team during the bye week? We'll get to all of that as we are on the doorstep of 40 consecutive minutes of commercial-free sports talk coming up next.
Denver is back for their bye weekend set for a primetime showdown with Washington. Get ready for kickoff with Denver Game Day, powered by Common Spirit Health, official healthcare partner of the Denver Broncos. Live on Game Day starting at 1 p.m. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Comcast Business is celebrating the holidays by giving your business the $1,000 holiday bonus when you switch to a gig speed internet package. Just imagine the thousands of possibilities of a $1,000 prepaid card. Like possibility number 12, a new laptop for the office holiday hero. Or possibility number 108, smart speakers to deck those hallways. Or possibility number 192, new equipment for the new year. Or possibility number 555, Bluetooth holiday lights for office decor. Switch to Comcast Business, designed for 100% reliability with business internet and wireless connect, plus advanced cybersecurity, and now get the $1,000 holiday bonus. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Ends 12/14/25. New customers only with 2-year agreement. Requires qualifying gig package. Other restrictions apply.
Samantha Flanagan here for Flanagan Law. Think a fender bender can't cause serious injuries? Think again. Many significant injuries don't show symptoms immediately. I've seen it. Protect your rights. Look for the Shamrock. Go with Flanagan Law. Online at flanagan.law.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Zach here. The holidays will be here before you know it, and for many families, that means excitement, but also stress. Between gifts, travel, and higher prices, it's easy to feel overwhelmed, especially if you're already relying on credit cards to cover the basics. If that debt is piling up, you're not alone. If you're a homeowner, you might have considered reaching out to my friends at American Financing, but hesitated because you don't want to give up your low mortgage rate. That's why American Financing created the Smart Equity Loan, a simple, smart way to get your finances back on track without giving up your low mortgage rate. Unlike a HELOC, which can fluctuate with the market, the Smart Equity Loan offers a fixed rate, so you'll have one predictable monthly payment. It lets you use your home's equity to pay off high-interest debt, free up cash flow, and still keep your existing mortgage intact. There are no upfront fees to find out if you qualify. Call American Financing at 303-695-7000 or visit them online at americanfinancing.net. NMLS 182334, NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
Never have I ever called my sister from the finish line of my first marathon.
Hello?
You won't believe where I am.
Are you running?
Mile 26. I'm gonna make it.
Switch to T-Mobile's 55 Plus plan and get iPhone 16e with its advanced camera system on us. Plus, 2 lines for just $30 a line.
Guys, I can't believe it.
I knew you could do it, babe.
That was amazing. Mom, how do you feel? I feel great. I can't feel my feet. Let's take a picture, and then you may carry me to the car.
Share every stride, every mile, every memory on America's best network. Switch to T-Mobile's 55 Plus plan and get iPhone 16e on us and 2 lines for just $30 a line.
With 24 monthly bill credits and 2 eligible port-ins on Essentials 55 Plus for well-qualified customers with autopay plus taxes, fees, and $35 device connection charge. Credits end and balance due if you pay off early or cancel. Contact us. Finance agreement 128 gigabytes, $599.99 required. Best mobile network in the U.S. based on analysis by Ookla of Speed Test Intelligence data 1H 2025. Visit T-Mobile.com.
For many of us, it's happened before. Your hair is thinning, crowns disappearing. Maybe the hair loss has you feeling your identity is lost altogether. The solution that worked for me, it's an incredible yet simple one-day treatment that starts growing your own natural hair the very next day. And it's guaranteed to grow for life. It's the Advanced FUE from Advanced Hair. We've all seen the pills and lotions that come with monthly subscriptions. They help retain what you have, but what if you want your own natural hair permanently in specific areas? From Advanced Hair's state-of-the-art facilities to world-class Dr. Tanya Paul's, it's not maybe your hair will regrow, it's guaranteed that your new hair will grow. You decide how much, how thick, and where. It's why Advanced Hair is the winner of Westward's Best of Denver. For your free consultation, $250 off and 250 free hair grafts, call 720-459-HAIR. That's 720-459-HAIR or advancedhair.com.
Okay, Michael. Any other questions about your Select Health insurance?
How much time do you have?
I have exactly as much time as you need.
Wonderful, because I have exactly 112 more questions.
112.
112.
112 it is. Let's do this.
Real people, real answers in real time. Select Health, insurance made simple. Learn more at selecthealth.org.
Hey, bro, weirdest thing is happening at the game. Every time I crack a Bud Light, we score a touchdown. I think I'm some kind of football prophet.
Bud Light, the official beer sponsor of the NFL. Stock up today. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Shop the 4-day Black Friday super sale at Denver Mattress. Save up to $400 on Doctor's Choice Elite adjustable mattress sets. Plus 60 months no interest and free shipping. Sale ends Monday.
Tune in to Stokely and Evans with Mark Schlereth, Wednesdays at 9:15 to hear ESPN NFL analyst Dan Orlovsky break down Bo Nix and the Broncos every week during football season. Denver Sports, 104.3 The Fan, DenverSports.com, and the Denver Sports app. You're listening to The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay on Denver Sports, 104.3 The Fan.
All right, rolling downhill here on a Tuesday. That feels a little bit for us like a Thursday. And if that is not you, and you will be working through the holiday, I know many people will, keep going. Keep going. Keep going. I was there. And it used to drive me nuts. When I'd be like busting my ass in my 20s, working 3 and sometimes literally 4 jobs at one time.
Got it out the mud, Zach.
Truly. But I would be driving down and I'd be listening to, my favorite show or whatever, and it'd be, hey, everyone's going to enjoy the long holiday weekend. I'm like, I'm not enjoying any long holiday weekend.
What are you talking about?
Right? So, I still carry that, a little bit of a chip on my shoulder because I know, you go to the grocery store on Thanksgiving morning, it's not closed.
Yeah.
It's things are still open. You go to the gas station, someone's in there working, your packages are still going to be delivered. Our drivers are still going to be out there. So we appreciate everyone and just keep going, keep chopping wood. All right. So a lot to get to here. We'll get back to Broncos here in about 10 minutes. But man, there is some real storylines emerging from the Denver Nuggets. And last night, they take care of business in Memphis, a double-digit road win. Let's never take those for granted. 125, 115, yet another triple-double from Jokic. Let's never take him for granted, all right? Loving what I'm seeing from Jamal Murray. He gets to 29 points on pretty much 50% shooting, damn near 6 for 9 from 3. Right now, Jamal Murray is off to what can be a career year. He has never averaged over 21 points a game. He is currently averaging over 23 points a game. He is averaging 6.8 assists a game. That would be also a career high. He is, by his actions, came into the season with a renewed focus, with a bit more professionalism, I would say. Yeah. And you love to see it because he is meeting the moment in a way that he has not here in recent history.
Well, Zach, I love to hear that you're giving our man Jamal Murray his flowers because that's all you wanted, right? You wanted to see Jamal Murray come in, look healthy, come in, contribute right away.
We're talking about a professional athlete on a max contract.
We are.
Right?
We are. We certainly are. And he's doing that. And he's doing a little bit more. Now, of course, can he be better in certain situations? We talked about it yesterday against the Kings. It's like you could have helped out by closing out after the man, DeRozan takes the shot and all that. Hopefully that's a learning lesson from a guy who has already won a championship. But for Jamal Murray and what he's doing out there, he is being a lot more consistent on a daily basis. He has started fast, and hopefully he can finish strong. I believe he's going to finish strong. Why? He's in better shape right now. So maybe that's going to help him stay a little healthier. Now, what he needs to continue to do is shoot. That's something that when he's in a rhythm, Zach, he's dangerous.
He is very much so.
From the 3, the mid-range, then his game opens up even more where he starts to slice and cut through the lanes, and he's more aggressive to the basket.
Phil, we're seeing him finish at the rim right now. We did not see that a year ago. We did not see him finish at a high level at the rim. We're seeing it now.
And you're also seeing him have a little bit more separation. Is it all the time? No. But it's a lot more times than it has been in the past where he is getting that separation. He is shooting his shot and being more aggressive. So I love to see it. But it also helps out when Jokic is doing his part in spreading that ball around. It's helping out that now Cam Johnson is playing better basketball. He's scoring now. You brought up, Zach, he has done the little things right, but now his shot's starting to fall, and that's Cam Johnson.
Yes.
And then now all of a sudden, not just Cam Johnson, but you have Payton Watson on the other side scoring. So it's opening up the game for Jamal Murray, and it's also opening up the game for Cam Johnson and Mr. Payton Watson.
Well, Mr. Payton Watson, he is the new Mr. Watson. Is no longer. It was Blake Watson once upon a time.
Yeah, he doesn't get that tag anymore.
No, the new Mr. Watson. A hat tip to Coming to America, Mr. Randy Watson's character in that movie. But Payton Watson, what we are seeing in real time is caterpillar going to butterfly, and it feels like it's being microwaved. That evolution is being microwaved because of the injuries and because he's in this starting role and he's playing alongside the best player in the world. You go back to his old role. He's not playing with Jokic like he is right now. And you talk about meeting the moment. Payton Watson, offensively, is flourishing in a way that I just could not have foreseen. And I'm someone who's been very bullish on Payton Watson. At one point in time, not last year, but 2 years ago when he was 21 years old, I said, I think this guy can be a $100 million player.
Because of the defense.
Because of the defense, yeah. And you're seeing that defense, that same defense, being played at maybe the highest level he's ever played it at. And really, I'm talking about his on-ball defense against some of these premier NBA players. But then the offense, to score 27 points, he made 5 threes last night for the second time in a week. He made 5 threes against New Orleans in that career game when he went for 32. So we have in a 1 week period, him have a career night where he goes for 32 points in 34 minutes on 68% shooting, making 5 threes. And in the same week, he has a 27-point game and another 5 threes. And there's a game tucked in between those two that's a 15-point night, and then there's a game that's not any of those 3 against Houston, where he's taking Kevin Durant out of the game defensively. I mean, what we're seeing right now, I don't know how sustainable the offense is. But
what does it need to be? Like, moving forward for him, because in the back of his mind, or honestly in the front of his mind, it's all about a contract now. Just like Christian Brown last year. Totally. You have a chance to make a lot of money, and you have an opportunity to be with Jokic. So what does that look like for him moving forward? What does he need to look like offensively for it to click for him to get a bigger contract, or that big contract he may be thinking of?
Holy smokes. I mean, if he can find a way to get to... Right now, he's averaging 10 points a game.
Yeah.
If he could just maintain 10 points a game, or even get up to 12, 13 points a game, you're talking about like real deal Holyfield type of money, considering that the court is also cut exactly in half in who he is defensively. And that's not new. Like, the defense has been the hallmark of his game. That's why, guys, the guy got drafted in the first round, scoring 3 points a game at UCLA.
That's insane to think.
It's never happened before or since. It's the lowest point total for any first rounder in NBA history. So why did he get drafted? Because the ceiling and the defense. And the young man has clearly poured himself into the game of basketball. And you've talked about, hey, well, look at the company he's keeping. He was tied to AG's hip here for the entire offseason.
Yeah.
He also never left Denver. He stayed with the coaching staff and got better. And like, if he can be who he's been from 3, which is, by the way, in the month of November, literally 39%, all right? But who he's been from the corner, he's not great on the above the break threes. He's not great off the dribble.
Yeah.
But catch and shoot from the corner is a really nice niche for him, in addition to all his off-ball cutting, finishing at the rim, playing alongside Jokic, all that stuff, in addition to the defense. I mean, we are watching a project player yield real results when the Nuggets need it very badly with no Christian Brown and no Aaron Gordon.
Payton Watson is getting better every single game. And I think the reason for this is, one, you're playing with Jokic, like you just got done saying. Jokic makes everybody's life easy. He makes our life easy. But 2, when you know that you're going to get the amount of minutes that Payton Watson's getting, because you don't have to wait for Aaron Gordon or another guy to go in, you can kind of settle down and just play your game.
Yes.
And you can relate to that. For me, it's football. When you're a running back and you know that there's not another running back behind you that's better than you, so they're going to keep riding you because they know there's nobody else that they can rely on, like J.K. Dobbins, you get in a rhythm. You get into a groove. You can take those risks for a higher reward, because you know that even if you take that risk and it's not good, they're not going to pull you out. That seems to be kind of the case with Peyton Watson. Maybe I'm wrong, but he seems like he knows he's not going to be taken out, and he can settle down and just play his game.
Yes, no, you're on it, dude. Like basketball, and I talk about this with teams that share the basketball, that the connective tissue and feel of the game of basketball when you are used to touching the ball. When you're used to playing 14 to 18 minutes a night, and some nights in the low 20s for sure, for Peyton Watson in his former role before these injuries. And then that goes up to, like, these are his minutes in the last week and a half. 33, 34, 34, 34, 34, 34. So, like, you're getting the sample size. You're getting the feel of it. You're getting the comfortability of it. You are settling in. You're being put in great positions. You're the last guy on the scouting report. You're the last guy. They are daring him to shoot in some of these occasions. Yeah. And you're answering the bell, so that scouting report will change over time if you can prove the consistency. But yeah, man, there's no replacing just playing. Like, I'm going to go to basketball practice here in an hour with my 7 and 8 year olds, and we're coming off a loss.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, you 2-0?
No. We are 1-1, and I've chosen to prioritize the skill work over the execution work to win a game.
Yeah.
So we're putting, these are 7 and 8 year olds. So I want to put time into handling the ball. You know, layups. You got to do the reps instead of, hey, you set a screen for him here. You set a screen so we can score and win. And we'll get to that eventually. It's still early in the season. But what we do at the second half of every practice is you guys just need to play. Because there's nothing that will replace the experience of just playing.
Yep.
And right now, Peyton Watson just gets to play. So the lessons that you learn and get applied game over game, week over week, and maybe month over month here with these injuries, it's really exciting. Peyton Watson, he represents, and we've been talking about this consistently for weeks now. Peyton Watson just represents something different for the Nuggets defensively and athletically that if he's not on the roster, they simply do not have.
So Peyton Watson, you know, he's not a type of guy that you can get a dime a dozen.
No.
He's a unique player because of his athletic ability, and he's growing his game offensively.
Yes, and that's a reference to a bit of a spat that me and Dover got into because he referred to Peyton Watson last week as a dime a dozen, and I just, no.
Yeah, no.
And they're talking about trading him. No.
No, we're not trading him.
No. He just represents something different for these Nuggets. He's a really important player for this season and trying to win a championship. So let's see this, you know, the next chapters of this story, because right now this thing is a page turner. All right, this is KKFN and KKFN HD1 Longmont, Denver. We are coming with it, and we are coming for it. It's Zach By and Phillip Lindsay, and we are The Drive. Woo! Rolling downhill into hour number 4 with incredible ease on a Tuesday, November 25th.
Put me in, Coach.
Oh, fun show, man. This thing has flown by.
Yeah, man.
This thing has flown by, and I want to shift gears back to the Broncos because the Broncos have 6 games left on this schedule. And coming out of the bye week, you start back up actually on the biggest stage that football has to offer in the regular season, and that is Sunday Night Football.
God, you got to love it. You have to love it if you're a player. Like, you're getting the attention that you've been asking for, the primetime games. Like, you get to walk up to the stadium with your swag, with the fit on, and get ready for a game that everybody is going to be watching. From us to other players, everybody is watching. So if you want to go off on a Sunday night, go off on a Sunday night because everybody will be talking about you that night in the day after. And if you're Bo Nix and you want to put the rest, like, hey, am I a franchise quarterback? Then you go off on a Sunday night. Now, of course, people are going to still contemplate that because you got to be consistent. But why not do it in front of the world? This is the time to do it. And for the Denver Broncos in primetime games, they have not done a great job. They have not had a great showing. And I'm thinking more of the Raiders. I'm thinking more, you know, like something like that where you could have went out there and had a great game and everybody talked about you. Instead, it's like, yeah, you barely win that game. So can the Denver Broncos handle business against a Commanders team that doesn't have their starting quarterback?
No, and it's an opportunity to, I mean, goodness, this win streak has been like Are you kidding me? It's just nuts. The Broncos haven't lost a football game since the month of September.
It's wild. It's wild to think that.
It's Thanksgiving. Their last loss was September 21st. That's a long time ago, man.
They forgot how to lose.
That is crazy.
Winning is contagious, just like losing is. Like when you can get on a heater, you find ways to win. And that's what the Denver Broncos have done. Offense has come up big in the fourth quarter or clutch situations. The kicker, Will Lutz, who just got extended, comes up big for you. The defense makes a play or two more than they need to. Or, hey, special teams. They finally turn it on against the Kansas City Chiefs and help you win a game.
That was huge.
They're just finding ways to win, and now they're 9-2 because of it.
Well, Sean Payton was asked during the bye week, as you did a self-scout, what did you see and what was your message to the team coming out of the bye?
The easy illustration for us coming out off the bye, it's not like we're at the halfway point, but nonetheless, here we are in a position to compete for seeding. There are two things that stand out. The penalties stand out. If you said what's the low-hanging fruit that you have to clean up to improve your chances of getting the best possible seed. And then secondly is harping on the plus-minus turnover, giveaway, takeaway. We ended up one last week, and that meant a lot. We were close to being up 2, but in important games, that one possession can be the difference. So that was two of the main topics this morning before we broke up.
What if I came up to you at training camp and told you, I said, hey, I've been to the future, but I can only share 2 details about the Broncos season through the week of Thanksgiving. And the 2 details are the Broncos are going to lead the league in penalties.
Okay.
Lead the league in penalty yards, lead the league in total flags. They're also, the other detail I can share with you, in addition to them being the most penalized team in pro football, 100 more yards than the next penalized team. In addition to that, the only other detail I can share with you about the upcoming season is, in addition to leading the league in penalties, you're going to have a negative turnover margin. A negative turnover margin. So you are going to turn the football over more often than you are forcing a turnover. I might be running to the betting window to take the Broncos under 9.5.
Well, yeah, I mean, especially you said you come during camp. You remember that one day in camp when the referees got out there.
I do.
And there was like 16 or 7, I kid you guys not, 16 or 17 penalties.
It was nuts.
And so if you came down during that time, I'm saying, all right, it's believable. But then you say like the turnover margin and all that.
Think about that. Like you have a negative turnover differential and you lead the league in penalties. You could potentially be the number 1 seed in the AFC and haven't lost a game since the 3rd week of September, and here we are at Thanksgiving.
I'm going to say you're crazy.
It's insane. I cannot believe that.
Because this doesn't make sense.
No.
It's a wacky year. It's like, you almost have 1,000 yards in penalties, and yet you're 9-2.
Crazy.
Your defense is doing a great job, but yet they're not turning the ball over enough, and you're 9-2. Make that make sense. This is why Sean Payton is right, and we talked about it yesterday, Zach, with the penalties. You have to clean it up. You must clean up the penalties, or it will bite you in the butt at the wrong time. Whether it comes to seeding and you have a chance to have the number 1 seed, you get a penalty, you end up getting beat by a team you shouldn't get beat by because of a penalty, or you get to the playoffs. The ultimate goal is a Super Bowl. Well, you're playing in the NFL. It's one-off games. You're not playing series. So if you go out there and you have to play, let's say, Patrick Mahomes, and Patrick Mahomes has a game-winning drive because you had a costly penalty that kept him on the field, that's going to bite you in the butt. So that must get cleaned up, and that's not necessarily a Sean Payton thing. That's a player thing. The players are out there playing. So now you have to look at each other, look at yourself, and say, we have to play disciplined football. We have to hold they call it holding your water on a snap count. We have to hold our water long enough so that maybe we can get the defense to jump off sides if you're the Denver Bronco offense. But also, I brought this up earlier, Zach, with Bo Nix in this team. The reason why Bo Nix in the offense during the camp were getting so many penalties is that they were going hard counts. The reason for hard counts is for that the last 6 games of the year, the playoffs, you must have a hard count so that you can get the defense to jump offside, or you can get a beat on what the defense is trying to do and break them out of their disguise. If you cannot go on a hard count because you can't trust the players around you to hold their water, you're going to have a penalty, and it may cost you in a playoff game.
Man, they have to get it cleaned up, and I have no idea how we're here. How did the Denver Broncos get to a point where you're the league leader and you have a negative turnover differential, but you have the longest winning streak in the NFL this side of the Patriots?
The damn script.
It's crazy. It really is.
Yeah.
Here is a little bit more from Sean Payton meeting the media through a Zoom call, talking about the run game against Kansas City.
The number of touches that we had, the number of runs we had was down. Looking back at it, Jaleel had a handful of good runs, and I think with the flow of a normal game, he's going to be important for us in this stretch. Obviously, RJ as well, and then Prentice played probably one of his better games. He didn't just play at the fullback position, but he actually went in with some of the pressure stuff that we were getting from Kansas City on third down and was outstanding.
Now, he's talking about the running game, and he's kind of dressing it up, called it outstanding there, and Jaleel and Prentice. The Broncos ran for
Prentice.
He did. He went there unprompted. The Broncos ran for 59 yards.
Yeah.
59.
Not good enough.
Not 159, 59. No running back had a run longer than 7 yards. They have got to find a way. I made the analogy yesterday. We've all been there, whether it's a late night coming home from a game or the end of the week. You haven't done shopping and you're looking like, what am I going to eat? And you get creative. You make the best of what you have in that moment. And that's what the Denver Broncos need to do with their run game. And it was a hot take earlier.
It's Tuesday.
Hot Take Tuesday. Go ahead and fire your hot takes in. RamosLaw.com, text line 303-713-1043. Jaleel's going to be the starter here.
This is your hot take?
Yes, this is my hot take.
Because Sean unpromptly talked about Jaleel first.
He does. And I think he's going to start.
Okay. All right. I like this.
And what does Jaleel have right now that most other players in the NFL don't have? The freshest pair of legs that you can introduce to a game plan this late in the season.
Fresh legs.
And so my hot take was Jaleel is going to finish the season running at a 1,000-yard pace, meaning for the remainder of the season, looking at about 59 yards a game for Jaleel. He's going to have to break some long ones in a way that he hasn't, but they're there to be had.
Okay, because I'm sitting here thinking, well, if Jaleel is going to do that, you're right. He's going to have to break off some long ones because I don't believe Sean's going to stick with the run long enough for one running back to really get in a rhythm. You have J.K. Dobbins, who was 5th in rushing at the time, and he was only getting 14, maybe 15 carries a game. Jaleel's not going to get 18 or 17 carries, so Jaleel's going to have to break something off. You have the offensive line to do it with. I wish, and I don't want to diss any of the linemen I was with, but I wish I had the offensive line the Denver Broncos had. It makes life easy for you when you can sit back there like J.K. Dobbins was able to do and pick and choose your hole. Do I go through a 5-yard hole, a 10-yard hole, or maybe I take a little bit of a risk, end up getting a reward out of it and going for 30 or 40 or a touchdown? That's what type of offensive line the Denver Broncos have. So for Jaleel, who's getting the opportunity of a lifetime because you were sitting there as a practice squad running back pretty much.
Literally, yeah.
You're finally going to be up and activated, maybe as, like you're saying, the starting running back.
Well, it's not RJ Harvey. They have to know that. It doesn't mean that Harvey's not a weapon or shouldn't be involved in game days. He should, and he will be, but he is not a down-to-down running back now.
He's not ready for it.
And he may never be. I don't know. Sean says it's pretty I'm paraphrasing, but he said you evaluate the running back as quick as anything else in football. It doesn't take a long time to evaluate.
Well,
so
for RJ Harvey, it's hitting the damn hole.
Yep.
It's there. Hit it. It's not always going to look like a college hole. It's going to close on you fast. So you have to kind of bait a linebacker or a defensive tackle and then hit that hole as hard as you can to break a couple tackles and move the chains. If RJ Harvey can do that, he will help himself out. If he cannot, then he's just going to be the third down back as his career goes on, which is fine. It's okay.
Sure.
I mean, you can make a living doing that.
Sure. But they
we need
drafted
a
him
running back.
60th overall
Yeah.
to be more of a bell cow.
Yeah,
and
they drafted him in the second round, and yet we're going back to an undrafted free agent, Jaleel McLaughlin, who has not played all year.
Isn't that something?
It's crazy.
But it's probably the right move. Unless it's Bidet. I mean, could they go with Bidet?
I can see Bidet getting more carries inside. Now, I don't know if he'll be the starting running back, but something that Tyler Bidet did a good job of last year, and even during camp, is running hard inside. So I can see Jaleel and Bidet getting a lot more work inside, and then R.J. Harvey still kicking out of the backfield, and then there will be certain plays for R.J. to excel in like he has in the past. That's what I see. This is going to be a running back by committee. Everybody does their job to try to get to 100 yards, even Bo Nix. And you talked about this multiple times. Bo Nix is going to have to use them damn legs. It is time to open that game up for him because during the playoffs, Bo Nix is going to have to make plays with his legs to sustain drives and maybe even the game-winning run with Bo Nix.
Yeah, and we haven't really seen it. We just haven't really seen it. And I can't point to a reason why. In 3 of the last 4 games for the Broncos, he had ran for 8 yards or less. And he's just too good of an athlete. And you're in too desperate of a spot offensively. His legs need to bridge that gap. You're not going to make up the whole Dobbins thing. You're just not.
But that's on Bo too, though, Zach. Because there were so many different chances for him to just break out, run for 5-10 yards, and who knows, with his speed, he can break for a 15-yard run. But he doesn't. He ends up running up to the line of scrimmage and throwing it.
Right.
And it's like, dude, just pick up the first down and go from there. And if Bo Nix can do that, he will open up the game and the pass game for himself.
Here's a little bit more from head coach Sean Payton when asked about Troy Franklin and taking that next step season over season.
I think he's explosive out of his break. I think he's not afraid to compete at all. He's real good at the line of scrimmage with his releases. I think there's a confidence that Bo has with him. It's a little bit what we saw from Marvin. I'm happy with that room. I mean, those guys are all competing, working hard, and going against some real good defenses.
He talks about his releases at the line of scrimmage. That was on full display against Kansas City. And Troy Franklin has taken a pretty sizable and meaningful step forward this year. Now, he can still be frustrating at times, and he's still a young football player, but I don't want to let perfection be the enemy of really good. Troy Franklin has been really good this season.
And so now we're coming into my hot take, and I don't know how much of a hot take it is, but my hot take was Troy Franklin at the end of this year will have more yards than Courtland Sutton. And the reason for that is what Bo Nix is doing and showing us, that he's going to Troy Franklin more early and often. He's given Troy Franklin those opportunities downfield for explosive plays. Not Marvin Mims, but Troy Franklin. And if they can start to connect on these deep balls, then you have Troy Franklin that's going to get these yards faster than Courtland catching these third down balls for 10 yards or 5 yards. That's why I think at the end of this, Troy Franklin is going to be the number one receiver. Now, I don't know if he should be, but that's what it's looking like and it's gearing up to be with Bo Nix throwing it to Troy Franklin as much as he is.
Yeah, in the last month or so, it's been trending in that direction. His targets are up. I don't know if that's the healthiest thing for the football team. I really don't.
I'm with you on that.
And,
you need that Mr. Reliable Courtland Sutton that can do it all. The 50-50 balls, the inside, he's catching it to move the chains for you. Like, you can rely on him more than you can Troy Franklin. But does Sean believe that?
He has got to know that. Like, if it's 3rd and 7, who do you want to target?
You go to court, but yet Sean doesn't do it sometimes. Or maybe it's Bo that doesn't do it. Who knows? But it needs to change because you and I both have looked at the film and watched Courtland Sutton open down the middle of the field for a 10, 15-yard gain to move the chains, and yet you got Bo Nix scrabbling out to the outside and throwing it to Troy Franklin in double coverage.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense.
Well, Troy Franklin is known as a big play guy, right?
Yep.
Speed down the field. He's got more targets than Sutton. Sutton almost has twice as many big plays as Troy Franklin. Big plays defined as 20 yards or more. Sutton has 12 in 11 games. Franklin, with more targets, has 7 in 11 games. So I'm of the mind, and this is not about what Troy Franklin isn't. It's more about what Courtland Sutton is, and this passing offense obviously needs to improve. It goes without saying. I think the best recipe for that to happen is featuring Sutton more, not less. But we'll see, man. I mean, they are getting it done from a wide receiver standpoint, kind of like how we're talking about potentially getting it done from a running back standpoint. They are doing it as a committee. Right now, Sutton is still on pace for a 1,000-yard season by a chin hair. You need to average 59 yards a game.
Chinny chin chin.
You need to average 59 yards a game to be a 1,000-yard guy. He is averaging exactly 59 yards a game.
Well, if they stop messing with him and implement him in the game plan, he'll get to it. But there's times where he's only getting one target or maybe 3 targets. He's catching one.
Yep.
And then there's times where you give him 6 opportunities, but it's not consistent enough when you know you need him, and especially knowing that you don't have J.K. Dobbins anymore, who was your most consistent offensive weapon. The second one has to be Courtland Sutton. And for Bo, if I'm Bo, I'm going back to that. I'm going to Evan Ingram and getting him involved for the short yard so that we can make it third and manageable. And then, of course, I'm opening it up with Troy Franklin, with Marvin Mims with the deep balls, but also getting Pat Bryant going because he's starting to come around, and that's your boy, and you should be happy and excited because he's showing that he can do more than just block. He can do more than the 5-yard routes. He can open up and stretch the field a little bit more than people are thinking he can.
Yeah, and I'm loving what I'm seeing from Pat Bryant. I mean, he is.
I know you are.
He is. He's coming, and he might be here now. I mean, you see what he's done here. He's really started to come on. Within reason, within reason in terms of a first-year player. But, I mean, hard to get better. You just had your best win in years, right? Or amongst the best win in years over Kansas City in that game on week 11. Like, he goes for 82 yards. Targeted 6 times, hauled in 5 catches, 82 yards. Had that 48-yard play. In the game before that, Thursday Night Football, he had the biggest play of any player on offense with the 43-yard catch and run. So, I mean, basically, like 80% of his yardage on the season has come in the last month, which is you talk about exactly what I had hoped, right?
Yeah,
but before the season, yes,
over time.
It's going to start slow, and he's going to have to earn his opportunities, and he will get opportunities if he does the right things, which he did, and then he maximizes them. And then you get some more opportunities, and you just keep maxing out those minutes. I mean, this is the perfect arc for a rookie receiver. We're seeing it right now from Pat Bryant. So I'm thrilled. Pat Bryant's going to be 8 to 10 year Denver Bronco. And that's
I'm not ready to go that far.
I said it after the draft. Once I did a deep dive into who this young man is, just the highest floor of a rookie.
To be like that. Yeah, definitely. And he looks like he has a great head on his shoulders. He's doing the right things.
Yep.
But 10 years? Damn.
Yes.
Courtland's still trying to get there.
I'm telling you, he has got that type of and you want to know what? He almost reminds me in a certain way of Sutton. Not their profile of who they are as a receiver, but the reliability, the professionalism, the super high floor. I've said about Pat Bryant, I don't know if he's ever going to be some sort of all-pro. I don't know about that. But I just believe in his floor, and his reliability rating is just off the charts.
Can he be a great role player?
Yes, I think he's turning into one right now.
And see, that's all you can ask for, is to be a great role player. And that's over time. If he wants to take his game to the next level, he can do it, but he needs to do it for himself. But be that great role player, play your role, star in your role, and he has done that, and he's getting rewarded now because he's doing that.
Totally. And it's almost like the inverse of sometimes I'll talk about Marvin Mims. Weapon, yes. Role on game day, 1,000%. Down-to-down route runner, I don't know about that. R.J. Harvey, weapon, yes.
Is he a weapon?
I think he's
like what makes you so that's the thing with me right now with RJ Harvey, and I don't want it to come down as hating, but like a weapon is making plays every single game. Every single game, you make your presence known, right? You feel that person. Marvin Mims, you feel him, and it may not be as a receiver.
Right.
It's a kick returner, a punt returner. Like, he's doing something special when he's given that opportunity.
I don't think you beat KC without Mims.
You don't. Pat Bryant now, right? You hear about him, whether it's catching a ball or making a big-time block to spring a running back like J.K. Dobbins for a touchdown. Like, you feel his presence. With R.J. Harvey, can you sit here and I'm just asking everybody, the text line, like, is R.J. Harvey considered a weapon right now?
By your definition, when you said, does he make his presence known on each game day? No, I can't say that.
Are teams scared of R.J. Harvey? That's what I want to know. When you go to that game plan, are you saying if we don't bottle this man up, he can make us pay and he can be the reason why we lose this game?
I think he's somewhere on the scouting report where I talked about Peyton Watson about 40 minutes ago on the Nuggets. Like you're worried about Jokic, then you're worried about Jamal, and then it's like Aaron Gordon, Cam Johnson, depending on the matchup, and then like you're gonna get to Peyton Watson because he can hurt you on any given night, but I don't think on a night-to-night basis. Now it feels like it right now because he's been just playing so great.
You know who I'm comparing Peyton, Mr. Watson to is Jaquan McMillan. Like in the sense of like you don't really like we didn't see this coming with Jaquan. You don't see this with Peyton Watson. You kind of think like he is who he is. Like we thought he was gonna be this great defender, which he still is. But like what you're saying, like maybe even $100 million defender, which I'm like, hell, he still can do that. But he's a guy that nobody was expecting. Maybe not even the front office, and he's turning it up and doing something that they didn't think he could do, which is score points.
Yeah, I think there's a decent parallel there where it's like, hey, you had a choice to make on Jaquan McMillan. You went and drafted R.J. Barron, Jade Barron, and to replace him. You had a choice to make about Peyton Watson or Christian Brown. You chose Christian, and I would have made the same decision, by the way. I don't want to be a prisoner of the moment here. But then stuff happens.
Yeah.
And then it's like, wait, J-Mac's playing great. What are we going to do here?
Like, do we extend him?
Wait, Peyton Watson's playing great. What are we going to do here? I like that. Analogies aren't supposed to be perfect. But I like that. I like that.
Is R.J. Harvey a weapon? Just think about it.
Yeah.
It.
We'll throw it out to the RamosLaw.com text line, 303-713-1043. Do you classify R.J. Harvey currently as a weapon? We can get to some of those responses and also maybe a couple hot takes. If you guys want to fire it in on a Hot Take Tuesday, we'll get to it next.
It'll be fine by dusk, but I'm telling you, baby.
There's something in the orange and blue coming to Empower Field next August. Zach Bryan is bringing his With Heaven On tour to the Mile High City, and we want you there.
Let me go.
Download the Denver Sports 1043 The Fan app and click on the contest banner to enter for your chance to win a pair of tickets to the hottest show of the summer.
We're having an all-night revival.
Denver Sports 1043 The Fan.
Hey, what's up, guys? Zach here for the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic. I know a lot of us are going to get a few days off here over the holidays, and oftentimes it's during that period of time you kind of leave the stress of work right where it is at work. You let your hair down and get intimate with your partner. Guys, intimacy is one of the beautiful things in life. Do not let erectile dysfunction harm those moments, okay? Because ED is a medical condition, and like most other medical conditions, it's treatable. And I'm talking about treatments with success rates well over 90% with my friends at the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic. All right, they've served the Front Range of Colorado for nearly a decade. They're not new. They've successfully treated tens of thousands of men just like you. So I hate to break it to you, you're not that special. ED is actually pretty common. So schedule a consult with them. The initial visit is only $99. That includes a medical consult with a Colorado licensed medical provider, a T and PSA test, and if medically advised, a test dose. If the test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit's free. All right, that's no downside, okay? They have an expert staff, 5 locations in Colorado to serve you. So call them at 720-440-7900 or visit them online at RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com.
Life happens, and then debt happens. Your laptop dies when you need it most. A hospital bill hurts more than an injury. Enter End Credit Union with a free debt consultation and a plan built just for you. Ent is here to help you break the debt cycle and get your finances on track. Debt happens. Ent helps. Schedule your free consultation at ent.com/coaching. Standard account and credit qualifications apply.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cards for Kids.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS.
1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. Donate your car today.
Hurry! It's our last chance to donate for 2025.
Hey guys, it's Mark Schlereth. I just made one of the best decisions of my life. I got rid of my glasses. I went to Cutarelli Vision and had refractive lens exchange, RLE. I wore glasses for distance vision, but I got to that inevitable point in life where I was always needing those reading glasses just to do about anything, and half the time I couldn't find them. Seeing menus, texting, reading my computer, or studying film, it was a struggle. But now I see the world perfectly, near and far, without any glasses, thanks to Cutarelli Vision RLE, the perfect permanent solution to spending your good active years not needing reading glasses. And here's the cherry on top. You'll never develop a cataract. Dr. Cutarelli is Colorado's most experienced with over 90,000 vision correction procedures. You can trust him to know if it's the right time for you and RLE. Schedule your free Zoom consultation at coloradorle.com. Cutarelli Vision, RLE, no readers, glasses, or contacts, or cataracts. coloradorle.com.
Hellsberg gifts checked off the list. Now, time for wrapping. Earrings for mom. A gold bracelet to match the rings Danielle wears every day. And for dad, a new watch, because we all know he needs one. All right, this is going to be a good one.
Our favorite things for your favorite people. Shop our Black Friday event for up to 65% off in-store or at hellsberg.com.
Cake Mortgage Corp. Equal Housing Lender. NMLS number 1734623. Licensed in Colorado by the Division of Real Estate. Terms and conditions apply. What if you could use the equity in your home to get cash fast? With no appraisal, zero hassle, and less waiting with Cake? You can. The Cake Fast Cash program is like turning your home into your ATM. People are using it to pay off high-interest debt, do renovations, tackle student loans, or cut monthly bills by hundreds, even thousands of dollars. The best part? Your current mortgage rate won't change. With Cake, you also get peace of mind. We're AAA rated by the Better Business Bureau and backed by thousands of 5-star reviews. Cake Mortgage. Your fresh-baked Cake Fast Cash loan is ready to enjoy. So don't wait. Call 720-850-0012. That's 720-850-0012. Or visit cakehome.com for thousands of 5-star reviews.
Gobble, 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 gobble. Oh, man, I do a terrible turkey impersonation. Hey, everybody, Dan Jacobs from Jacobs Law and 303 Law 4040. Those of you that listen to the Dan Jacobs Show know that I just love the holidays. But I also know these holidays in particular can be really tough on a lot of people, whether it's the government shutdown, inflation, the economy, whatever it is, or some people just have a hard time during the holidays as it is every single year. It's just a hard time of year for them. As always, we want to be here for you. If we can help out with a little bit of that with free food and groceries, we would love to have you any first or third Thursday of the month. Come on out to Eastern Hills Church at Smoky Hill and Arapahoe Road. We're even doing smoked ham and turkey this month in honor of Thanksgiving. So if you need it, anybody, no questions asked. You just pull up and pop the trunk. 4 to 6 p.m., Eastern Hills Community Church, every first and third Thursday, Smoky Hill and Arapahoe Road.
Bonnie from O'Meara Ford has convinced me they really want to earn your business. So talk to me, Bonnie.
Well, O'Meara has over 1,000 vehicles to choose from. Plus, we have the largest service center in the region with 84 service bays. And we've sold 1 million vehicles since 1913. Our friendly staff will treat you right. And when it comes to repairs, our knowledgeable technicians do it right the first time.
There it is. O'Meara saves you time and money, whether you buy new or used. O'MearaFord.com.
It's The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
All right, bottom half of hour number 4 here on a Tuesday. want to read this. Just wanted to say hi. This is on the RamosLaw.com text line. Just wanted to say hi. I think Phil is doing a great job and has been a really nice addition to this station. His insights are always fun to listen to. Happy Thanksgiving. Thanks for making my regular drive to the airport much more palatable.
Oh, see, so who did that? Drew? Did you write that in? Zach, did you write that in?
It was not Drew. It was not Drew.
Dante?
Says signed Morgan Lindsay.
Thanks a lot, babe. You always make my day.
Oh my gosh.
Even when everybody is mean to me.
Here's from Alex in Littleton. RJ Harvey has the tools to be a weapon. I just don't think he's there yet. His vision needs improvement, and he hesitates. He tends to run horizontally too much. When he does that, he gives defenses time to close that distance. These NFL defenders are too fast for that. That's Alex W. in Littleton.
He must be a coach. He's coming out with the terminology and defense closing in. And you're right. You're right. When you sit there and you paddle your feet too much, you give that defense a chance to close the gap like you just got done talking about and make the play. And you're making it easier on the defense. Just hit the hole.
Yep. Someone else says, a hot take, Pete Carroll retires, and the next coach of the Raiders is Vance Joseph. That's from Chris in Aurora.
The drama.
Hey.
I like that one.
I don't hate that one. That's a great hot take. I don't know what they're going to do with that Raiders situation.
I guess you blow it all up again.
I mean, but that's all they've done.
Yeah.
All Mark Davis and that organization has done is write checks for people to go away.
See, I like Ashton Genty. But was that the right move for the Raiders?
No.
Knowing that the quarterbacks run the league, trying to find a way to get the quarterback that you need. If you thought there was a quarterback out there, you should have done that. The Raiders are in a bad situation. I'm okay with it. I mean, they're in our division, so it doesn't matter.
Oh, it's great. I mean, it's great. It's great. All right, another hot take. My hot take, throw your name on it. Would love to give you a shout-out, 2366. My hot take is that Marty Netchus will be the same Netchus in the playoffs that he is in the season. He will not disappear. I got to say this real quick.
Must have been Will. Will commenting on that one.
Man, well, that would be predicting that he's going to be the same version of himself.
Yep.
Like Will is a different bird. I want to say this about Marty Netchus though, because it has been thrown around so much that Marty Netchus disappeared in the postseason. Marty Netchus disappears in the postseason. Okay? He had 5 points in 7 games. Now, you're looking for more, but like, why do we act like he didn't have a point? And why do we act like he was the old...
You want him to see him score goals?
Sure.
That's what it is, Zach. I'm with you on it. But it's the goals in the playoffs that like matter.
But here's the other thing. Like when these people talk about Marty Netchus not showing up in the playoffs, it's always in a vacuum. No one else gets mentioned. Val doesn't get mentioned that he didn't show up last year in the postseason. Kale doesn't get mentioned because he didn't show up in the postseason.
He was the biggest no-show.
He was. But like Netchus, because he was on the other end of the Miko trade, draws the ire of the fan base. And I'm telling you, like, I rarely hear it get mentioned altogether. And if one guy would be shown grace over the other guys, it should probably be the newcomer who arrived like here, like on the fly.
But that's not how it is. Not for fans. Because fans, they're not looking at it as, all right, Chris McFarland making the move. They're looking at it as, Netchus, you're here. You're the reason why Miko is out the door.
Right.
And so it's like, but it's not. That's not the case. And I always bring up the David Johnson, the running back that used to be with the Arizona Cardinals. He went to Houston. He got traded to Houston for Hopkins. And the fan base was upset with David Johnson. They would boo him every time he touched the ball when it wasn't even his fault. He didn't want to come to Houston. At that time, Houston was kind of starting to lose and everybody was leaving.
Right.
And David Johnson wanted to stay in Arizona. But he had no way of knowing that he was going to be traded to Houston and Hopkins was going to be traded to Arizona.
Yeah.
No control either.
No. It's circumstance. It's circumstance. Another hot take. Big Perm says Juju Lewis transfers from CU.
Big Perm. Don't do that, man. I don't like that.
To think that it couldn't happen would be naive. Because a lot of these kids say, I'm not going anywhere, and then they go back to their hometown. People get in their ear. Their DM starts lighting up.
Yeah.
You know.
But would it be this upcoming year, or would it be the year after this if it doesn't work out?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know what his experience has been. I know he said yesterday, hey, I'm a buff, Mel Tucker also said the same thing.
Yeah, he did.
So
Midnight Mail.
People can change their minds, and new opportunities could arise that may not be on your radar right here during the season. And, it's been pretty much a disaster year at CU. So to think that this couldn't happen, you have to actively, and this is all coaches, this is not Dion, in this era of college football, you need to recruit the high school kids, you need to recruit the transfer portal, and you need to re-recruit your own kids.
I didn't even think about it like that, but you're right. Because every year it's like a one-year contract.
Yep.
And what have you done for me lately for the coaching staff? Because Prime is going to probably get rid of a couple kids that he doesn't think fit this mold anymore. And some of these kids are going to say, you know what, I don't want to be here. There's no culture. So it goes both ways. It's interesting to see what Juju is going to do. If he's a dog, like Coach Prime said, you're either a cat or a dog. And he's a dog, he's going to stay there and be the reason why Colorado becomes great again.
Make Colorado great again. Is what you're saying. Would
Let's
you want to
go.
put that on a hat?
You know what? 2016, that was on a hat.
Was it?
One of my teammates put it on a hat and was selling them.
Is that right?
I don't know if you can now.
Make
but yes.
Colorado great again? It's hilarious.
And there was other stuff going on
of course.
at that time.
We got it. That's we got it. Someone says RJ Harvey is a weapon, but he might be a BB gun. Look. On the right game day, he is. Is he a weapon Sunday to Sunday? Not yet. Maybe he can get there. Maybe he won't.
It's like BB gun's not cutting it. BB gun is not hurting anybody. It's just gonna make them look twice. Someone shoots me with a BB gun, I'm just gonna look at it, and then I'm gonna keep going.
Well, Harvey he's a young player. He's a first-year player, and the thing with Harvey though that I find interesting is that Sean Payton has emphasized we fell in love with R.J. Harvey as a runner.
Yeah.
Not as a pass catcher like Swiss Army knife player. Like they fell in love with him in the ground game. And
I just think they reached, though. They reached for that one. It's like, again, trying to be the smartest kid in the class and think outside the box when it comes to analytics and trying to do a deep dive. I understand where they're coming from. But it's like there was a guy, Travion Henderson, who's sitting right in front of you that you could have had in the first round, but you went for this so-called crystal with Jahdae Barron, and yet the man can't beat out Jaquan McMillan when you could have just ended it all with Travion Henderson as your top dog and still had J.K. Dobbins, and look at that duo. Now, I hope R.J. Harvey's hearing it and say, you know what, I'm about to prove Phil wrong. Like, we need that. If we're going to make a push and try to get to a Super Bowl, we need a run game. We all know that.
Well, the last running back that said I'm out to prove Phil wrong didn't make it out of training camp. So,
yeah, you might want to.
Where is Estime right now?
I really don't know.
He was with Philly, but he got cut.
He got cut. I don't know. Maybe he's at home. I don't know.
All right. He's with New Orleans. Okay, interesting. With New Orleans. All right. You can keep those hot takes coming if you'd like on the RamosLaw.com text line 303-713-1043. What did we learn today in Denver sports? That's how we'll finish up next.
Which running back should lead the way against the Commanders? What should be the top priority for the Broncos defense? We'll break it all down in the Fan Football pregame show, live on game day starting at 4 p.m. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
All right, everybody, as you know, the temperatures are dropping, and the game day energy, that's right, it's heating up. Broncos country. You can feel it, the crunch of the leaves under your shoes, the chill of that air, and the sound of that crowd echoing through the Mile High City. Football season is in full swing, and actually, Nuggets and Avs are heating up as well. So whether you're bundling up to cheer on the Broncos at Empower Field, or heading to Ball Arena to watch the Nuggets and the Avs dominate, you know you need to get there on time and in style. Leave the traffic and icy parking lots to somebody else. Hermes Worldwide has you covered with their luxury rides that are going to keep you warm, comfortable, and stress-free all the way to kickoff, tip-off, or the puck dropping. Hermes Worldwide also offers championship-level transportation. So picture this, you and your crew rolling up to the stadium in a sleek, heated vehicle, no parking hassles, no driving worries, just a professional driver ready to get you to and from the game safely. Sounds great, right? If it does, then you need to give them a call today at 303-577-7600 or visit ridehermes.com/DenverSports. Again, you can give them a call at 303-577-7600 or visit ridehermes.com/DenverSports to book your next ride today.
Hi, I'm Lexi, your friend and jeweler at Shane Company. If you're planning to propose this holiday, we're ready to make creating your engagement ring a warm, welcoming experience. At Shane Company, we're all about your style, your budget, your dream engagement ring. Explore the widest selection of diamonds and ring settings ready for you to see in person, or visit us at shaneco.com. You'll have your ring in days, not weeks. Our friendly jewelry consultants don't work on commission. There's never any pressure, just perfect proposals. Shane Company, your friend and jeweler.
Another summer is ended, and you may have noticed that your energy is lower, your workouts aren't as productive, perhaps you aren't sleeping as well and feel foggy all the time, maybe even your sex drive is off. This is Jeff for the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, and if you're experiencing some or all of these symptoms, it's likely you have low testosterone. And if that's what's going on with you, don't wait. You need to call us at Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic and get treated for your low T, because living with low testosterone is no way to live. With our low T treatments, if you're like most guys, your life will change considerably. Improved sleep, better energy, greater gains in the gym, better mental clarity, and your sex drive will likely improve as well. Plus, most men see these results in just a few weeks. So call us. Your initial visit is just $99 and includes PSA and T-test and a medical consult. And if you start on testosterone the day of your appointment, your visit is free. Call 720-440-7900 or go to RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com. We have 5 offices across the Front Range to serve you.
Thinking about buying a home in Colorado? You're not the only one. And now might be your best shot. We're officially in a buyer's market, guys, which means you've got the upper hand. More homes on the market, competition is down, and serious deals are out there just waiting to be found. Whether you're a first-time buyer or looking to upgrade or downsize, now's the time to get pre-approved. And American Financing can make that happen in 24 hours or less. Interest rates are competitive, and home prices have been stable. That means you can find a great deal while locking in a monthly payment that fits your budget. Plus, with home equity building over time, your investment grows, making home ownership a smart, long-term financial decision. If you continue to pay rent, you're just paying your landlord's mortgage, and you don't need 20% down. You could be in your new home with as little as 3% down. Plus, they offer down payment assistance programs to make home ownership even easier. So call American Financing at 303-695-7000 or visit them online at americanfinancing.net. NMLS 182334, NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
You've got your whole life ahead of you, so choose a Medicare plan you can count on. And that's what you get with a Medicare Advantage plan from United Healthcare. With more than 45 years' experience serving its members, United Healthcare has plans with low monthly premiums that fit your life today and as your needs change tomorrow. The Medicare annual enrollment period ends December 7th, so go to uhc.com/Medicare today. United Healthcare Medicare plans. It's Medicare coverage Colorado can count on.
Appraisals by George is reminding drivers when you take to the road this holiday season, take along those 3 C's of safety. That's caution, courtesy, and above all, a little common sense. Safe and sober driving is everyone's responsibility. That's Appraisals by George in Lakewood. Experts in automobile appraisals, motorcycles, trailers, and anything else on wheels. Call 303-258-6860 for Appraisals by George.
Hey, it's Mike Evans. Restore your bald spot, reverse your receding hairline, or add volume to thinning hair with the same simple one-day treatment I receive from Dr. Tanya Pauls of Advanced Hair. Your own natural hair begins regrowing the very next day, and your new hair is guaranteed to grow. Advanced Hair has changed tens of thousands of lives, including mine. For your free consultation, $250 off and 250 free hair grafts, call 720-459-HAIR, AdvancedHair.com.
Get ready for every Broncos game with Super Bowl 50 champion Brandon Marshall as he joins The Drive every Friday afternoon at 4:45 exclusively on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. Thanks to Corwin Toyota Boulder. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. DenverSports.com and the Denver Sports app. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan presents The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay.
Laid out like format wise, but we know what we're gonna do tomorrow.
That's gonna be a fun show.
It's gonna be a great show. It's gonna be a great show. So we'd love for you guys to be here with us as we head into Thanksgiving. Thankful that we have. Well, you know, we'll do that more tomorrow because I want to say something, but I'm just we're gonna do it tomorrow. What did we learn today in Denver sports? Avalanche got the only A+ from ESPN at the quarter mark of the NHL season. They gave out one.
Just one of them.
And it went to Colorado, and it's hard to come to any other conclusion than an A+. It's been that kind of a start to a season.
Literally, like, what can you say bad about this team? They find ways to win, even when they don't have a good game. All right, the two games they just had.
Yeah, Nashville, Chicago, yeah.
Avs did not do a good job, but they found a way to win. The goaltending position. You have two goalies that you can count on. Your so-called backup is your starter right now, standing on his head. All right, the penalty kill, phenomenal. Power play is the only thing we bring up all the time where it's like that has to be more consistent.
Yep.
All right, 5-on-5. We have dominated.
Insane. They've given up 2 5-on-5 goals in the last 4 games. That should be impossible.
Depth is on display, and you're missing 3 key guys, LOC, Brindley, and Val. So when you get those 3 guys back, what does this look like when it's a full, healthy team with the mindset of we're winning the cup this year? This is a fun year to be an Avs fan, and for Colorado in general, like our sports teams are dominating.
Yeah. Man, I am so the Avs tomorrow night, they play at home against San Jose. Their last loss, the only loss since Halloween, is a 3-2 loss against San Jose. Okay, that was back on November 1st, very start of the month. They have not lost a game since. It's so crazy. Gosh, I got to try to be at that game tomorrow night. I got to try to bring my son to that game. That's a 7 o'clock start.
We're getting ready to go on a little break after the show.
It's
like a Friday.
Yes, like we'll be able to take it easy Thursday morning. Man, I got to try to get to that one. They play at 1 o'clock at home on Saturday, but it's against Montreal, and the cheapest ticket, Drew, what'd you say? The cheapest ticket to get in was over $200, wasn't it?
It was close to about $200. Yeah, it was like $190, something like that.
Gosh.
Crazy. But it's a day game against Montreal.
Yeah.
Original 6 team.
Yeah.
Popular team. Plus, you got the Nordiques jerseys being worn again.
Yeah.
Little Heritage Night thing. So.
Yeah, and just if you're a family and you're going to make it to a game, it's not going to be these Tuesday night 8 o'clock starts.
Yeah.
Like Saturday 1 o'clock in the afternoon. But I don't think I'm paying $400 to sit at the top of the arena.
Yeah. So tell me this: between the pipes tomorrow, who would you go with? Blackwood or Wedgie? Last time the Sharks and the Avs played,
it was Blackwood.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd go with Wedgwood. Wedgwood's your starter right now.
Yeah.
And you haven't played since Sunday, and it's going to be on a Wednesday. So Wedgwood gets the start. Do you see it differently?
Yeah, I say go with Blackwood, let him redeem himself. He gave up 3 goals, and I know it's not all on him, if I remember correctly. But
and the
give
third
him
one,
that confidence.
The third one was in overtime.
Yeah.
So
for sure.
he didn't play bad. Oh yeah, that's a payback game. I see what you're saying.
Run it back. Let Blackwood show you that he can do it.
Drew, what do you think? Who do you think they should start tomorrow night?
I would also go with Wedgwood.
Yeah.
I think you got to go Wedgie. Yeah, because then you got a back-to-back Friday, Saturday, so you're playing an afternoon game on Friday and then an afternoon game at home on Saturday. Question is, all right, how do you do it this weekend? Because you got two good teams. Usually the backup goaltender starts against the lesser team. You got a Minnesota team that's the second best record in November behind the Avalanche on Friday. So you would assume it'd be Wedgie.
Yeah.
And then Montreal coming home on Saturday, you would assume it'd be Blackwood. But I don't know. My guess, though, is tomorrow night it's going to be Scott Wedgwood.
All right, yeah, I think so too, but we'll see. I think there's some level of logic if you wanted to go with Blackwood. We'll see what they actually do. But I'm not trying to be in the building for that one with my boy. He's been begging me. All right, actually, you want to know? Having this conversation with myself on the air.
He's like, damn.
Tomorrow's my daughter's birthday.
I got to go to the grocery store.
Tomorrow's my daughter's birthday. Mia turns 4 tomorrow.
Big 4.
I can't take my son to a game on the night of my daughter's birthday.
Well, wait.
She'll have no idea.
Yeah, she'd have no clue.
No, you better not do that.
Yeah, but I'll have an idea.
Won't she be in bed by like 6:30 by the time you get home
It'll
anyway?
be 7:30, but it's her birthday. I can't do
you
something
can't
with
bail
my
on her
boy
birthday.
on the night of her birthday.
No.
I'll tell you what. Built the ass is coming your way if you go to that game.
Yeah.
And not be there with your daughter.
Yeah, no, I can't do that. God, that means I got to try to go Saturday, but that,
I'm glad you just remembered the birthday, though.
Yes.
That's big.
Yeah.
So, important milestone here.
Well, I've only done 3 of these with her. So
Yeah, it's true.
She's got to build up that respect where I know the birthday's coming.
Are your stripes around here now?
Oh, my gosh. No free lunches. All right. Have a good night, Phil. We'll do this again tomorrow. Big thanks to Drew Spivak, who we won't see tomorrow. So happy Thanksgiving to Drew and his awesome family. Dante will be back with us. Appreciate you guys behind the glass. We step aside. It's Denver Sports Tonight coming up next.
Will Sean Payton turn Bo Nix loose against the Commanders? Will the Broncos defense continue its dominant showing after the bye week? We'll react to it all in the Fan Football Postgame Show, live on game day starting at the 2-minute warning. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
At Bank of America, we asked our teammates, what makes this company a great place to work?
There's very little that you can't accomplish working for Bank of America.
If you prove yourself, you can try over in a totally new way.
You can learn so much here. You're the owner of your career.
See how our teammates are growing in their careers at bankofamerica.com/great place to work. What would you like the power to do? Bank of America, proud to be an equal opportunity employer.
This message comes from Viking, committed to exploring the world in comfort. Journey through the heart of Europe on an elegant Viking longship with thoughtful service, destination-focused dining, and cultural enrichment on board and on shore. With small ships that bring travelers closer to the destination, there's more time to explore. And every Viking voyage is all-inclusive, with no children and no casinos. Discover more at Viking.com.
Select Health, how can we help?
Representative.
I'm ready to answer any questions you have.
Representative.
I'm Sam.
Representative.
It sounds like you said representative. One moment. Select Health, how can we help?
Finally. Hi, I have a question on copays.
I can help with that.
Real people, real answers in real time. Select Health, insurance made simple. Learn more at selecthealth.org.
Hellsberg gifts checked off the list. Now, time for wrapping. Earrings for mom. A gold bracelet to match the rings Danielle wears every day. And for dad, a new watch, because we all know he needs one. All right, this is gonna be a good one.
Our favorite things for your favorite people. Shop our Black Friday event for up to 65% off in-store or at hellsberg.com.
Hey guys, Mark Schlereth here from my friends at Xfinity. Imagine all that could happen in 5 years. Jobs may change, kids are going to grow, new memes will come out, but also, what if you had reliable, intelligent Wi-Fi and the price didn't change for 5 years? Well, thanks to Xfinity 5-year price guarantee, you actually don't have to worry about that part of your future. You're guaranteed 5 years of Wi-Fi that boosts speeds to your devices that need them the most, that find finds and fixes any issues before you even notice them. It's like a super intelligent Wi-Fi that keeps you protected from threats online. Plus, you get incredible gaming speeds on multiple devices with no one battling for bandwidth. For the next 5 years, all your devices are going to be working in perfect harmony, and you get our best equipment with no annual contracts, no fees, no strings attached. So even though your kids will grow up and you still won't understand what 6-7 means, your internet will stay sharp, reliable, and most importantly, the price will stay put. All with the Xfinity 5-year price guarantee. Lock in your price and unlock the possibilities. Xfinity, imagine that. Restrictions apply. Select plans only.
You could save thousands of dollars on the products your business uses the most with the Home Depot's new Pro Extra Preferred Pricing. Registering is free and easy. Just have your tax ID or business or contractor's license ready. But don't wait. The current preferred pricing benefit will end on November 15th. Visit your local Pro Desk to register now and unlock the deepest savings on the products you choose.
You know that feeling when you catch a glimpse in the mirror and think, hey, I look 10 years younger. That's what happens when you stop dieting and start doing Soda weight loss.
I tried point counting, calorie counting, shots, and nothing has worked until Soda weight loss.
Soda weight loss gives you a personal nutritionist you can text anytime.
Everybody's great here. Everybody's encouraging. There were some times where I felt down and they brought me back up. If you stick with this program, you will lose weight and you will get to your goal weight.
When you sign up for Soda weight loss, your partner joins for free.
If you're ready to feel stronger, healthier, and yes, look and feel 10 years younger, this is your moment. No meds, no gimmicks, just real results with real support.
Remember, sign up now and your partner joins for free. Visit sodaweightloss.com. That's SOTA weightloss.com.
Soda is, say it with me, state of the art.
For the fitness fanatic on your Christmas list, save big this holiday season. At Fitness Gallery, we have deals everywhere, up to 50% off. We have the nation's lowest prices on the best equipment money can buy. We carry true treadmills. They are the smoothest, quietest, and best warranty treadmills